Alrighty, and we are live. Hello and welcome once more to Rollets of Fate. Today we will be playing our modified version of Candlekeep Mysteries, the Seal Pages of Verglas. I am Cisco, and with me, guiding our wonderful players to these crazy shenanigans, is the one and only Mo.
Hi everyone. Hello.
Yeah, we are the DMs here, and with us, as always, our victims of fate, our awesome players. Could you please, guys, for a change, introduce yourselves and your character's class, race, and a little bit about them, if it's okay? Starting with you, Luke, as I'm sure you are super prepared.
Sure. I am
Wait.
always prepared. In
Is
this
that?
instance, I was eating before the game.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. I
So,
just
you
looked at the
know.
screen. I was like, is he shoving
Yep.
something in his mouth? No, he's
No,
not.
I wasn't. I wasn't putting something in my guts today. I'm playing the corpse formerly known as Ziggy. That's because he's currently still unconscious, as I've been told.
Spoiler alert.
He may sometimes be a level 7 College of Spirit changeling bard with some very cool clothes that change based on what he wants. But currently now he has got a level in unconscious and is kind of just staying there for a minute. I'm gonna just be a ghost in the machine.
Ghost.
Insert reference to that, which I haven't actually seen.
Who do you want to throw it to?
Yeah, please. Popcorn.
To Mark.
Yes, I am playing Yogu, the barbarian paladin of the crew. Are we still naked or did you get dressed again?
Nope, you are not naked
that
anymore.
sounds
Then
very-
I'm playing as a
that
naked
sounds
torso,
very
still no shell.
philosophical.
Yes.
I was a bit scared there. What were we asking? But yeah, go on.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Oh.
So let's jump into Ross.
Yes, hello. Ross playing level 7 Divine Soul Sorcerer Aki Flammacustir, a dragonborn with pockets, increasingly as I go through my inventory, pockets of highly suspicious food, including fermented eggs and fortune cookies. He has something on his person which is apparently causing him to be easily mind controlled, which is both alarming and confusing. I have not figured out what it is yet. Joey?
Right. So, everybody, I'm Joey. I am playing the Wood Elf level 7 Horizon Walker Ranger, who's able to have an easier time walking through portals. And after getting a taste of getting downed 4 times in a row last session, I really want to make a half-orc character that can get up after getting knocked down. Speaking of, Andy.
Oh, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm playing Jiffy McSquiggles, the gnome rogue, whose defining characteristic he's very, very small. And anyway, no, I'm playing Bruce Moonbear, the half-orc totem warrior barbarian. And the last time you saw him, I believe he was naked.
Yeah.
Moving on, and dragging a naked elf behind him, like a caveman. On to Lucky. On you go.
I'm playing Ruin Ignis, a fairy who is a Hexblade Warlock and a Divine Soul Sorcerer. He is the better of the group, as always. I'll just leave it at that.
I just realised Synergy is Ignis. It's an anagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. I'm an idiot.
We found out 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I
you literally
was
pointed
there.
it out weeks ago.
Did you lose
know that.
consciousness at the same time as Ziggy?
Probably. I didn't realise. I just clicked. It just clicked. It's been a long week.
Real method acting.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that's everyone, right?
I believe
anyone?
so.
Nope. Okay, cool. So I'll leave it with you, Mo, to do some channel announcements, please.
Thank
if may.
you, Cisco. Anyone that has not seen any of our previous episodes for any of our campaigns, you can catch them all on our YouTube channel at Rollers of Fate D&D. This includes the this campaign, which is the Seal Pages of Verglas, the Sunday campaign, Dining in Barovia, and the Wednesday campaign, the Eye of Observation. We also have one-shots there, so please go check it out, and please send follows, let your friends know, subscribe on our Twitch and on our YouTube. Those who want to send us any fan art, please send it to rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. We have a Twitter channel, which is at FateDND, and you can catch up-to-date news there and any other related D&D news like Dragonlance. As always, content warning. It's okay. It's about 50-50 compared to Dining in Barovia. But please, if there's anything that you do not like, please step away and come back. And hopefully we've moved off from that scene. And as always, viewer discretion is advised. Back to you, Cisco.
Oh, thank you very much, Mo, for that. And thanks to all of you who are here playing with us tonight, as everyone. Also, to everyone who's tuning in from home, please make yourselves comfortable and settle in, get a nice blanket or whatever, as this is gonna get very interesting. So, without further ado, let's see which mystery shall be revealed today. Ooh. Inside his brain, it survived. On his emotions, it thrived. He almost conquered his mind. Just destiny was unkind, and only goo was left behind. Previously, on the sealed pages of Verglas, during a wild storm, in the aftermath of saving Siggy from the caravan of chaos connected their intellects using a contraption procured by Candlekeep with Uldin the Mind Delver's aid. After traversing Siggy's complicated childhood, traveling through different memories involving the group, they realize that they are being tricked by Segreos. Fucking hell, I even wrote it to say, yeah, that was okay.
Mate, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Segreos. Yeah. The mind witness who resides within, pretending to be the deceased Mas, Siggy's old friend. The battle with Segreos continued as the creature revealed its horrifying true form. The bulbous entity shot deadly rays through its eye stalks, causing different effects. The terrain kept switching around as the cogs kept entering and exiting this black hole, revisiting scenes from their previous adventures. Like the Sea of Sorry, guys. Sorry, Andy. Like the Sea of Swords, Hydra Battle, the Enchanted Fey Touch Forest, the Sallow Bridge Hill in Darkon, the Platinum Mine belonging to our heroes' business partners, and the Behir Cliff City Rocky Valley. And lastly, a gargantuan mind witness that occupied the whole 100 feet space, and the place itself was kept collapsing and transporting you to different locations. And in this place, the party additionally confronted familiar representations from their fear memories, like the evil wizard of Thay Max Horgen, who ruins Errol's life, Ignis the Hungry ruins former dragon form, or the turtle cleric Lugu, who was not chosen to be the late guardians, unlike her brother Yagu. Darren Lockwood as well, on the day he executed Bruce Bear for his fur. And other times the groups were also helped by Siggy's true form, with magical effects and inspiration. Through the encounter, Yagu ate a moss muffin, suffering extreme euphoria, abandoning his shell and dancing joyfully for a while. And Aki felt an unstoppable compulsion to hit his companions, unknowingly why. Yet, despite the exhaustion, the Cogs combined all their mighty skills and power, defeating Segreus, returning to the real world. And as our heroes awoke, they watched as an aberrant tadpole came out of Siggy's nostril and tried to slide away, shrieking, but shortly after it was squashed by Bruce. But a little bit of time has passed, actually a week. Siggy is getting better, but he remains in deep rest, and you all have been visiting him often, but he is still not conscious. However, before we get to today's day, Please, guys, if you could, we could go one by one. What will you guys be doing in Candlekeep for this week? So whoever wants to start.
Maybe we
let's
start
go.
with Ziggy.
Oh, yep.
Sure. Actually, yeah.
No,
Oh
I'm
no,
joking, I'm
he's not
joking,
there.
I'm
That's
joking.
mean. Stop it.
A very short rundown.
I thought I was safe to
Maybe-
eat.
Oh no, leave
I
Siggy
thought I
alone.
was safe to eat.
Oh, bless.
You keep eating. It was just,
Yeah,
I
no,
swear to God,
That's
you can make a
fine.
compilation
Actually,
of all the
you
times we
asked-
caught
you-
Luke
I know,
off guard.
I know
You knew
you
it.
are ready,
You knew
Joey,
it.
so if you want, you can go first.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna check if the enchanter has pearls for sale. Just however many pearls to sell, and then whatever the charge is, I'll just ask Bruce for money afterwards.
All right, yeah. So you traverse on a once kind of morning. You go through Candlekeep, past the court of air, and kind of go to the enchanter, as you know, is next to the hearth, the inn in Candlekeep. And as you arrive to the enchanter, Mo, will you be okay to enchant us with your enchanter?
Yeah, you enter, and he sees you. Mr. Emmerfield, is that right?
Just Harold. I mean, you don't need to be so formal, but yes,
Harold.
the enchanter. I don't think you ever told me an actual name for you.
Oh, that is my name, the Enchanter.
Okay. I was wondering if you were
I know
selling
it
any
is
pearls.
unusual. I understand. You do not need to make that expression, but that was the name that I was given.
Like straight out of like the womb given, or like 100 years old given.
There's a long story to that. Maybe another time when we are when we're not doing business, I may disclose that information to you. But please, just refer to me as the Enchanter.
Well, the enchanter. I was wondering if you were selling pearls. I know you have lots of components. Sometimes that can include gems and.
Yes, that is true. Most of the components I generally use up for the resources, but we may have something around. Why don't you make me a fate roll?
Gotcha. Hi. No. It bounced right into it. All right. 5.
You see him go to the back, or them go to the back, and return when they return. Unfortunately, no pearls at the moment, but I can put a request in, and I will inform you once they're of how much are you looking for.
Out of game. Ross, was it 2,000 gold pieces or 200 gold pieces worth?
You think I'll furiously go through a Word document?
But for now, just to make the roleplay easier, around 2,000 gold pieces worth of pearls.
Wow, that is quite a large amount of pearls.
I'd be willing to pay you more than 2,000. It just needs that much worth.
Okay, let me put a request in. It may take some time, but once I have acquired the amount, I will let you know. However, if you could provide the sums for it,
2,500. Sorry.
2,500.
I just- yep.
More? Okay. Yes, sure. I can put a request in. It will take some time. I will require the cost of the money as soon as possible. Do you have the sums now?
I can get my.
Or half the sums, perhaps.
Actually, I can go and check with my friend Bruce, who has our party fund, and so either now or either all of it or half. In other words.
Yes. I mean.
Okay.
The people that I will acquire, I do not have a surplus amount of money. I use the money that is given to me to buy the ingredients to make the enchantment. But in terms of ingredients, I will definitely need the money up front. Half of it, yes. I'm doing this because I can maybe request the amount, and then trusting in you and your party, of course, have been very helpful for me in the past and doing a lot of business with me. I I would expect you to pay the rest as well. But it
Okay.
a specific amount, but it will definitely take quite a long time. But of course,
I'll be right back with that. Thank you, Enchanter.
Have a good day. See you in a bit.
You too. And I'll just go up to Bruce. Bruce, I need to borrow money from the party fund.
I see. Oh, of course. How much are you looking to spend, old chap?
Oh, just 2,500.
I
hold
didn't.
on.
What's that? I didn't quite catch that.
And is Aki around, or is it just me and Bruce?
Aki can be around, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Aki.
Okay. 2,500 gold pieces, but it's for a good reason. I know it's for a good reason. Trust me.
Beg pardon.
The
How good a
difficulty
reason is it?
The difficulty with yours, Errol, is that you need a specific kind of gem, whereas Bruce, I could use what I had. It could be a mix.
Yeah. It needs to be pearls. I needed to buy pearls so Aki can give me a tattoo of... I never quite did it, but that other being did when he was back in my head. He used magic that's within me to conduct it through tattoos to shift through the ethereal plane on his own.
I see. Well,
and some really cool things that go with it.
Yeah, it's for functionability of me, but also for the party in terms of being able to face through things. And even to, I guess, technically, for 6 seconds, see ghosts and maybe talk to a ghost.
that does sound rather interesting. I can't really say no. After all, Aki did do this for me, gestures to his tattoo, and he puts down his book, which is Xanathar's Guide to Saloon, and because he's working through another brick, and he says, "Oh, well, very, very well then. So it's not like I can very well say no, since we spent a good chunk of our money on, well, for my benefit, sir. Certainly, 2,500.
Yeah, gold pieces. It is going to really be helpful, I promise.
Very, very, very well. 2,500 it is then.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I know that's a lot of money to ask for.
Well, it's benefiting all of us, isn't it?
I'd like to think so.
I have some platinum I can fold into this.
Immediately eyeballs Aki at this.
All the money I had, I put into the bank.
I have 15
party
platinum.
fund.
Would you, Bruce? You're frozen.
Sorry,
Oh.
no, I was just...
Not
doing
Andy's
some-
frozen. Bruce is frozen.
I was doing some sums.
So that's about 150 gold pieces. If it's 15, you said?
Yeah.
So 2,500 minus 150, that's 2,350. So if we use the full 15 platinum pieces, I would need 2,350 from you, Bruce.
Just take it out of the bag. It's fine, Aki. You should keep your money. We'd have a good chunk of it to spend amongst ourselves in the bag. To be honest, I was going to ask you all if we should just divvy up what's in there currently between us all. But go spend. Go buy the pearls.
Okay, thanks. I really appreciate it. And the next time we come across some more money or anything, I'll just throw it in the bank to pay it back. Because I know it's not just my money.
Well, we'll try and spread it out. We'll do a portion of it in the bank each time.
And Harold will take the 2,500 gold pieces and give it to the enchanter. So, Andy, you could subtract that from the chat holding, or do you want me to do it?
I've already done it.
Okay. And yeah, Harold is going to head back to the enchanter with this sack of just gold. Okay, here you go. 2,500.
Very well. It may take maybe a month or two to acquire the amount of pearls that you have requested.
That's fine. It's for a very important tattoo that a friend of mine's gonna make.
Once I've put the request in, just to assure you, just to make it clear, these pearls will be yours. Meaning, if you do acquire it from somewhere else and you wish for me to return it, I will not be able to. So,
okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, that sounds fair. Yeah.
Very well. Thank you very much, and
Yep.
I will definitely inform you once they arrive, and we can go from there.
Thank you, enchanter. Bye.
he's got his. He was about to ask a question. He was like, nah, never mind.
You were gonna ask something?
No, it's okay. You all have. Nope, it's fine. Oh, we'll speak another time.
You sure?
Yes.
I mean, if it's another monster quest,
Nope,
I
not,
mean-
not at the moment. I was just. It's quite a large sum of pearls. That's. Why? What is it for?
well, my friend, I think you know Amaki. He's gonna make a tattoo that'll allow me to planar shift, from what I understand it, which is to basically go to the ethereal plane at will. And I could use it to go through walls, to fly, technically, even. I was able to do it before, but that was with a different set of tattoos that someone...
Magical tattoo. Wow.
Yeah.
When you said that, he has this like, oh, wow. That means I know 2 people now that can do that. How interesting.
Who's the second?
As just another tattooist. He's part of a guild, which is all the way in Neverwinter.
Oh, that is a long way from here.
Yes, but yeah, he has the same capability. Perhaps I'm not too sure how long Aki has been. Oh, sorry, Mr. Flamacaster has been doing this for, but I could tell you, my friend over there, he's quite an expert. That's all.
Oh. Well, again, thank you for all the help you've been for these past months that our caravan has done business with you. It's been really reliable, so...
And thank you for all the help that you have given me and business.
You're welcome. Bye, Enchanter. And Errol's is going to walk out now.
Bye, Harold.
Yeah, Errol's is going to go back to the group. That's what Errol's doing. Just
All
to
right,
cut out.
perfect. Cool. Who would like to go next, if anyone?
I've had time to prepare now.
Yeah,
Okay. I've thought long and hard about it. I know what Ziggy's doing.
he is dying slowly.
Yeah, he's sleeping. He's just sleeping. He's just sleeping.
Spoiler!
That's it.
Yeah. Siggy is actually, in a way, trapped within his dreams. He's still kind of going through all those memories, but now, instead of them being like almost horrific memories, they are more like a nostalgic kind of memories. And deep inside, he knows that this might take a while. He knows he's getting better. He can hear the people around him and stuff like that. He's just not able to react to it. But he does feel like a sense of joy that he hasn't felt for a long time, as he knows that he's free from that creature that he thought for so long that was there, his friend helping him, and it kind of brings him a sense of total freedom at the moment, even though you're still not awake, Siggy. Anyone else?
I'll go next if
Please.
no one minds. Bruce will have been continuing his studies. His most recent one, other than Xanathar's Guide to Saloon, was something called Stultus. I can find a translation. I'm imagining that Celestial is like Latin. So he's been reading a book called Stultus Est Dux Saloon, which he was assured is the Master's Guide to Saloon. So it's another big old book that he just pours through. However, for anyone who speaks Latin, Stultus does not mean master. You can look it up yourself if it's the homework for you. He would also like to, in between guarding the bag of holding money stash from Yagu and Aki, he'll be he's going to go check the mushrooms, the Shadowfell mushrooms, to see if they have sprouted or if they just went.
Okay. Let's
You're gonna
start
break
with
my
a
heart,
fate
Andrew.
roll. What do you think on that?
I think it should. I think a fate roll with advantage. So I think
Yeah.
he's been waiting for it for a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
But there's still a chance it may fail. So yeah,
I'm fully aware. Watch me fuck this up. So
believe
let's
in the
see.
die. Maybe
Here we
use
go,
mark.
double ones.
Double ones. Okay, I'm gonna go.
So
we're
make two
we're thinking
rolls.
mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go high. If I've got 2 mushrooms, let's go high. Hang on. So it's going high.
Ooh, that's
Yeah!
Wow,
only needed
nice.
one.
Do it again just for see if you roll another high too. Just why not?
Double mushrooms? Double?
Does that mean I get 3 mushrooms and not 2?
Yes.
A third one grew! It's a miracle.
As you go to where you have your mushrooms there, you start looking around, expecting not to see much results. Mo does he find any mushrooms? I leave these things to Mo. Mo knows why. We are in charge of different things, each of us. So
Let's see, so it's digging
I
through
don't
the
wanna
soils. I
intervene
have this.
and
I have
say
this.
I
something.
I don't remember the numbers of mushrooms you put in. Do you remember?
2.
Okay. Roll a d4.
Do they propagate?
Yeah, I was thinking of D4 going on there too, but I wasn't sure how many D4s.
Well, where's my D4? Okay, here we go. D4. 2.
Okay. So the 2 that you put in, they seems to have remained pretty much the same. They haven't grown. But then you think, oh, is that it? And as you kind of move a little bit, very carefully to see, and then behind them there are these kind of younger looking shrooms there that have developed just enough to be able to be used. So in total, the 2 that you have already plus with an additional 2. So now you've got 4 of these right now.
Excellent.
But
Right,
at the same time, you realize, yes, they are very strange, shrooms, and we're expecting a lot more, but maybe researching it a little bit more will provide you with the correct method of trying to make abundance of it. But you maybe have to speak to the right person, or
I do remember from the last time we looked into it, he did talk to someone who knew about this sort of thing. They really need to grow in the Shadowfell, which we just can't replicate here. So it's more just you're getting the best you can get by keeping it in a dark place for an indeterminate length of time. It's been about 3 months in game since he put them in here.
Yeah, roughly.
So he knows 3 months should do the job for something.
Yeah, make a fate roll about this, and then I need to make another fate roll about something else as well. So.
Let's go.
I will add some little thing as well later.
Let's go low.
Okay. You haven't found the correct person to speak to. You think, how am I going to get to the Shadowfell? That kind of bugs you. But as you've been reading so much, make another fate roll.
Let's go. I'm going to stick with low.
Okay.
Hey.
You go through the book, the Xanathar Guide to a Saloon, and you pick up the other book as well that you found, which is it's called Raging in Religion. You pick that up and you read through that, and you've been reading so many different texts, and then you realize it's getting a little bit easier to read, and you're still finding problems. Some of the days you're like, I can't read anything, but it's becoming easier for you. So your DC to make a wisdom check has dropped by 1, so it's now 14.
Ooh. Well, I always did say practice makes perfect.
Okay. And then that was it for me.
I was gonna say, as you look at the mushrooms, in the beginning they had like a midnight blue and a reddish tint to it, and you notice that the reddish tint is kind of like deteriorating. From the ones who just grow new, they don't have the red tinge at all, but the ones that are there, it seems to be getting more blue rather than reddish. You could make a nature check if you want.
Sure, I will do that. And I've got some notes to make. Let's see, nature. 8. Hooray! Mushrooms!
With an 8, you will kind of go around to all the substances that you naturally know to be that color, crimson red. And even though you roll quite bad, one of the things that could come to your mind could be blood.
Oh yeah, I remember now because he did put like in when he put them in the cupboard in the darkness. It's like,
So you
maybe
will
I
think
need-
based on that conclusion, maybe they need more blood, or they need a regular supply of blood.
Oh
Perhaps.
my god! Now he is thinking now because he remembers being told that once he exposed them, then that would be it. You know, it might if they're not there, they're not there. So how do I get a constant exposure to blood?
Not constant, but regular. Like
Well,
maybe
even
based
Reg,
on
he's
the
got to
time,
open it to put blood there. It's like, how am I going to do that? I don't know. Bugger. I'll take 3 of them just now. Can I leave one of the newer ones in there, or is that done? This is what I've got. I need to find some more, essentially.
You feel that the newer ones could be ready, but they look less potent at this time. So if you were to take the 2 that you know for sure are full mature, and maybe the 2 that you left there, you could think based on what has been happening that maybe if you leave them there, they will eventually keep multiplying slowly as long as they have the right fertilizer known to you.
Fertilizer, yeah. Bruce will take the 2 older ones, and he will take out. He'll take it to the edge of it. They take the edge of his hand axe and put some more blood in there. He doesn't really know if it's going to work now. He's opened up the container, but they are newer mushrooms. Maybe they're still fine. And then he'll close the door on them, and he'll take the 2 older ones and put them in his pack. And they are the nuclear option.
Where you look when you put the blood into the mushrooms, or will you do it without actually looking?
Oh, he'd just make sure he gets it over them and around in the soil.
So you will see that when the blood falls on them, they kind of like move, almost like a heartbeat. Like you even hear like a squelching sound, and then you see that the blood is absorbed, and at that point you see the newer mushroom getting a slight tinge of red straight away, almost.
Interesting. Aki.
Yeah.
Aki, come over here, please.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold out your hand just over here? You cut your hand, squeeze a little bit of your dragonborn blood into the. It's just a little cut. Hold! Stop wiggling. It's going to hurt more. There we go.
Once more, you as you look, Aki, you see and hear the kind of squelching sound, and you notice that with your blood, they seem to get even redder than with Bruce's blood, like a deeper red, almost like an amanita at this point, kind of like parts of it.
Aki, would you be willing to loan me your other hand?
No.
No, don't be a baby.
You've got more. You're bigger than me. You've got more blood in you. Go away.
What? You're taller than I am.
Something with it. He's a string bean.
Oh, very well. Yagu!
The subtle fat joke that Aki just threw at Bruce. He's like the fifth person to call Bruce fat.
I know. Bruce is gonna get real. If he wasn't so oblivious, he'd have a real complex at this point now. Okay, I don't want to take too much more time with this. Last thing Bruce will do is, hey, Lucky.
Yes.
Could you remind me what your passive perception is?
A 16.
16. Okay. Mission Impossible. Here we go. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
What you doing there, Bruce?
Nothing.
What is he
backs
doing?
Away. He backs away. Slowly out of the room, just backwards.
Bruce,
backwards walk.
Make a perception check as well as you attempt to do this.
16.
That's okay. That's enough. You see, you see Ruin. He's just like touching something on his head while you're kind of walking, and he has this confused face as you're walking away. And it's just like kind of unknowingly, just kind of touching it.
As he backs at the room, he'll just sort of like he'll throw something away. Just, you all right, really, Rune?
Yeah, I just my head's kind of itchy right now, and it's kind of sore.
I'll have a look then. Not that you can see your own head. And Bruce will walk over and say, well, let's have a look then, shall we? Okay, very well.
As you approach and have a look, you see what does he see? Like
You would see a black horn starting to protrude through Ruin's head.
Oh my. Oh dear. This is interesting.
What
just sort of-
is it?
Pinches at the tip of it and just see if it
Ow.
falls. Oh, it's tender. It looks like a black horn, or the start of one.
Oh, my horn's growing back in?
You have revealed to us you were once a black dragon. Interesting.
just a quick question to you, Lucky. Based off what is grown, how will someone who knows a little bit about dragons like Bruce does, like you guys have fought dragons, which kind of horns could Bruce deduct that is gonna be? Is it gonna be a curly horn? Is it gonna be one with like ricks on it? Is it gonna be, or is it too hard to see at this point?
I'd say right now it's still kind of growing in, but you could see a slight twist to it.
Okay.
It's a bit too fresh to know. I mean, you were two halves of a dragon when you lost your brooch there. Too soon to tell you what this would be.
Nonetheless, this is a good sign. Maybe this means that even if I have the necklace on, maybe I'll become me again.
Well, maybe if these clerics are as powerful as you say they are, perhaps they considered this. If you were making a true effort to grow as a person, they'll start giving you back some of your old self, piece by piece.
So, about these clerics, I remember having clerics, but I don't know who they are anymore.
Well, I do. Do you remember that tomb that we decided not to venture into? The one you really wanted to go into, but the majority of us said, no, this is a terrible idea. You mentioned...
so we're going back?
Yeah, maybe. When time's no longer constraint, so it's certainly a possibility, let's not rule it out. But you did mention a name, Celebi. You said Celebi was right, but that I wondered if this maybe is one of these clerics, perhaps.
Mo, or Cisco, does that ring a bell at all?
As you think that Celebi is one of the names. Yeah.
I will add to that. Your memory in your dragon form on the bridge and previous to when you were is very hazy, but you do remember these clerics and their names, but you don't remember meeting them. You've seen them visually in this holographic state. Somehow you know you're bound to them. You don't know much more about them. That's it, really. It's just they're just there.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Well, if they are giving me back more of my strength and my power back, I guess that's good news for me for right now. Speaking of good news, I'm hoping you could give me some, Bruce. I might need a loan.
Oh yes, you mentioned before you're looking for some funds. Certainly. What are you looking to do exactly?
Okay. Is there a chair nearby? No. There's Cisco.
What?
A chair. Something
Yeah, of
for
course.
Bruce.
Yeah, you have a chair there.
Okay, Bruce. Sit down, please.
He sits down.
Okay. Do you need a cup of water or anything, Bruce?
Well prepared.
Okay. I need 7,500 gold.
Sorry? 7,000, you say?
7,500.
Oh, sorry, the last 500, I miscounted that.
I guess I could take care of the 500. I guess 7,000 is just fine.
Generous of you. What exactly do you need this rather vast... We have 8,500 left of gold anyway in the party fund.
I could take that too, I guess.
You could, certainly, but... no. What exactly do you need it for?
Thank you for the offer, Bruce. I'll take 8,500 gold.
Over my dead body until you tell me what exactly you want.
I'm
I'm aware dragons guard their hoard, but you've not seen me guarding our hoard, boy.
Okay, so Aki offered me a tattoo, and it is a very marvelous tattoo, of course befitting of me.
Of course he offered you a tattoo. A wonderful, expensive tattoo, I bet he did.
Yes. Well, I mean, he said that it was a tattoo befitting of a great and powerful being like such as myself. So I decided to...
What is Bruce's passive insight?
Passive insight. Let me bring up the character sheet.
Let's just make it like this, if it's okay.
It's a +2, so that's 10 + 2, that'd be a 12.
12. Okay, so make a... I mean, you're kind of telling each some bits yes, some bits no, so maybe make a deception check, Ruben. Or, yeah, I think deception will go.
Oh, don't lie to Bruce. Don't
Am
do
I?
this.
Am I though?
He's such an angel. Why would you lie to
Wait, Cisco, am I?
I mean,
Am I?
or persuasion.
Won't
Whichever
someone
one
think of
you
Bruce?
think yourself is more fitting based on.
17.
All right. You see on his eyes with your passive insight, Bruce, that I mean, he really wants that.
He doesn't
You
doubt
gather-
that he wants it.
Yeah, you gather as well that probably Lucky has offered it to. I mean, Aki has offered it to him. But at the same time, you have this little devil somewhere saying, "It's so much money," like a little.
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
voice there, like no.
Oh, he knows Aki would definitely have offered to do a very expensive gift for a friend of his. He knows he would have, and it's also that the devil is like, don't do this. Don't give him this money. Just on principle.
You think of Darren like your father telling you, "Yes, the secret to success is to save all your money and invest it on something else." You know, and this kind of business lecture.
Rich bastards advice to financing your way out of poverty. Yes, exactly.
And Bruce, speaking of other things, I need you to hold the studded leather armor for me. I don't need it anymore.
Okay. Shall I put it in the party bag?
Please do.
Very well then. One studded leather armor in the chat of holding.
Sorry, I
you
just
still
noticed that.
Hold on a minute. You still haven't told me what exactly this tattoo does.
Oh, so Aki gave me a little... No, I'm just going to unfold a piece of paper that I wrote down what it said it did. It is... I could expend a little bit of my blood to do extra damage to some sort of creature or target, whatever I desire. It'll make me hit harder, and frankly, that just sounds really great to me.
It sounds good for the caravan, I must admit, if we were to destroy enemies faster than they can destroy us, to be frank.
So that means you're on board.
I won't lie, it does sound interesting, and I've already given money for Harold for a tattoo for his own. I have one of my own as well. It's difficult to say no. It's just that yours costs 3 times the amount. Tell you what, let me go and see if Yagu wants anything as well, because it's a significant amount of money. At the minute, yeah, tentatively yes. But let's just go see what Yagu. If Yagu needs something first, shall we?
Oh, maybe we could ask Ziggy as well. If Ziggy, I'll say this to Ziggy: respond if I can't take your gold. Say nothing if you want to give gold. It's great.
Oh no!
It's a foolproof plan. I'm
Make
sure
a
it
wisdom saving
is.
throw, Ziggy, just to see if there's like a tiny tear doesn't come out of your eye.
I will say, Ziggy doesn't have enough gold to help you.
No, it's just a joke.
Yeah, you
Oh shit,
you
7.
kind of like you kind of see like for a second you see his eye flicker a little bit, like one of like you think it's a nervous tick, and then you see like a tiny something almost, but then nothing comes out. You
Ruin,
think for a
was that a
second it's
response?
gonna be a tear, but it's not.
Ruin, I think that was a response. Was that a response?
That was a response. I think that's. No, he's saying yes.
Wait, what?
He's consenting.
You know. Okay, very well. Zippy say. Stop it! Fucking hell! All right, very well. Let's check with what Yagu is considering, shall we?
All right, let's go consult with Yagu. He's very responsible with his money.
Yes,
Right?
that's
So
a word.
as you go towards Yagu's common area, what will Yagu be doing today in this afternoon?
Let's jump after that. Let's just have this conversation first. I
Alright.
have some plans, but
What do they see when they get to your quarters? Like, what is Yagu doing on that right moment right now?
oh, he's probably still reading through his potion handbook right now. He wants to learn some more of it, but it's taken him a long time.
And you hear the footsteps, Bruce, sturdy footsteps approaching.
Yeah, once again, the door is not locked, so you can.
You'll still like.
I'm a fluffer of wings.
Oh, Yagu,
Oh,
we're not disturbing you, are we?
let me finish this sentence real quick. One moment.
Ruin, this might take a while.
Yes, sorry. Yes.
I'll wait. I'll just stare at him intensively.
I think he's getting better. He just finished it. What was that sentence you are reading, good sir?
And that's the final step, apparently. So.
Oh, you finished 3 pages. Well done.
Yeah, it took a while, but it got some useful
One of these pages
information.
just says the.
That's the foreword.
Yeah, I made that one myself. I'm trying to, track down my, recipes, but it takes a little bit too long, so I gave up.
You keep at it. Practice makes perfect. You're doing a grand job.
Well, you
Maybe-
can try so yourself, and he will throw you a greater healing potion. I made it one myself thanks to this book, so.
Oh, wow.
Can I inspect it just to make sure you got the instructions right?
Sure, make please. You could do 2 different ways. You could either look at it, or you could actually dip your finger in it and do a nature check.
I'm dipping my finger in it, I think.
Okay.
Mm.
Otherwise, it'll be Arcana. I mean, this is not a hard check, It tastes what you think it will meant to taste. Maybe not so potent, but you aren't sure. That's just because you didn't roll as good.
Bruce is drinking thousands of health potions.
It's a full body, bit of a tang. Yes, it tastes like healing. Good job, Yagu.
Oh, thank you. I got also 4 of these regular ones if you want one of those.
I can't have 3 greater and 3 regular. Share the love,
I'll take 2 of the regular.
Okay, sure, and I will give you then 2 of them.
Thank you very much. While we're here, Bruce had a question for you.
Yes. Ruin is looking to get a tattoo from Aki, a rather expensive one in terms of materials. It's 7,500 gold. Do you wish to spend any money from the party fund? We'd only have 1,000 gold left, or some platinum and
But
silver.
just so you know, Bruce, that's not a lot of gold. It really isn't. Compared to like the platinum, the shiny pieces that you like, that's nothing.
We have 169 platinum.
I'm going to elbow Bruce. God.
It's you're very small. You hurt your elbow. Ow.
Well, Aki also promised me a tattoo. I don't know the
Oh,
cost. I think it was around 5,000.
Of course he
Uh,
did. Of course he did. Yes, Aki makes many monetary promises. Anyway, my original question: do you require any of the money, Yagu? Second from the top of my list.
I could, buy ingredients to make more potions from the money, but otherwise, I think I still have enough platinum to get around. So
very well. We still have some gold left, even if we were to spend the money on Ruin's tattoo materials. Well, Ruin, I can't think of a good reason to say no.
Great, and then I'll reach into the bag of holding and try to get.
Coming with you.
Come in.
He's holding the neck of the bag like this. You're trying to force your hand in there. Let's go, Ruin. He grabs you. We're going.
Mine. My own.
Stop fighting it. You're not a dragon right now. This is my horde. Anyway, okay, fucking hell, I'm done. I'll take 7,500 out of the bag. That'll leave us with.
I love you guys so much.
Oh my god.
So sorry, Andy, for what I've brought onto you.
As soon as everyone bought his tattoos first, I was like, oh, thank God, that means I've got a higher chance of a yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Andy.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. It was. I'm glad we can involve more people. It wasn't just me being an ass the whole time.
No, that's good. So, who would like to go next, please?
I
I can go. Oh, wow.
No, if you would prefer, Mark.
No,
Because
if
you were in that last
I
scene.
don't care anymore. Yeah, but you weren't, so.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Where's the
I was
wise?
just in the
Where's the
background
wise?
going,
Aki better guard his other hand after what Bruce heard.
Yeah, you're gonna be spilling your blood
Aki's-
when you're sleeping.
Aki's paying this back in flesh or coin.
Yeah, I guess since having some sort of a sense that something he's been carrying around is causing him to be more easily influenced, Aki has largely, as soon as they got back, freaked out and emptied his pockets and sat in a room surrounded by everything he owns, trying to identify what looked suspicious, and came up with nothing. So he will have been asking absolutely everybody at Candlekeep who can identify things, identify curses, try and detect magic on anything for any help they can get. Which will have been, in any form, just walking around with hands full of stuff. Helping.
Alright, so let's make a charisma check to start with, or persuasion. And that will determine how many people actually you get attention with.
Oh, come on, that would be a really good time to roll okay.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Also, okay, roll a d4 as well, please.
A d4.
Ooh!
Oh, nice. Okay. So as you take off, I imagine you will maybe do it like one day, then get to speak to different people, or you want to try to compress it all in one day?
Honestly, at this point, whatever gets me the most answers, because I've rolled like less than 10 every time I've tried to figure anything about this out. But having now remembered the last time he freaked out and accidentally was compelled to start attacking people when he was fighting, or when he was in the Hag's Tower. Trying to think what he had on him then and what he has on him now. It's a shorter list, if nothing else.
Yeah.
The fewer thing.
All right. And finally, this will be the determination thing that Mo might not like this, but make a fate roll to see if you get the right clue, because there is a clue that actually someone told me that I was talking to someone about this, and he thought, "Ooh, he could actually," and I thought, "Oh, okay." So make a fate roll.
Oh God!
I'll give you the clue if you're successful. One of these 4 people you spoke to.
Oh!
We believe in you. We believe in you.
We believe in you, friend.
This should not be this stressful.
Take our energy.
I have no inspirations. I would throw everything in my life at this to do it. But okay, here we go. Hi.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah!
Wow. Nice.
Yes!
Okay. So you go through different people. You try to kind of focus. You get to a point. First, you go through the Grey Readers, and they all seem to be too engaged at this point. Even though you try and you get a couple of their assistants to give you advice. Someone suggests they explain you that it's very hard to identify curses because the whole point of a curse is that it's unidentifiable. Also, some curses you find on your research with them and talking to different, that some of them have like a requirement and they require you for you to do a certain thing to break that curse. Some curses are caused by creatures, other by items, and all these things that some of it you knew already, but you kind of like play along, I will imagine, just to be nice, being a charming Aki as usual, like, oh yeah, okay, like that kind of awkward moment. And then eventually, at the end, after a couple of days, one of their helpers come back to you, one of their kind of like assistant boys of the Grey Reader, and he comes to you running and said, oh, actually, I thought of something what you said to me the other day, asking this, and perhaps if it's something that you have on you, normally cursed items are very hard to unattune from. So you could actually try to maybe unattune to anything you are able to unattune to, and perhaps if you're not able to, that could be the reason why that thing could be perhaps the one triggering this curse.
Okay, that is a very good idea. Thank you. Aki will at that point almost immediately find just an empty room or somewhere and unattune from everything, and I guess go back to his room because he's also going to be completely naked. He has no idea what it is. Everything's off.
All
And he'll say,
so the only thing you think you get with this is that is your thumb attunement? I think it's not actually.
not anymore. It's absorbed.
Yeah. So in terms of you know, like, okay, as you start doing this process, you manage to unattune to everything. You think of the thumb now that is on you. Perhaps if that was the curse, how would you actually stop it? But as you try to unattune, I can't believe I'm doing this. Mo is gonna tell me off.
No, carry on.
No, okay.
This is fine.
I got
You
3
actually-
rolls in a row. It's the first
Yeah.
time since
Can
we
I-
started this campaign. That's
If you're gonna
happened.
reveal it,
Yeah.
I have something planned. If you want.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay.
Then I'll pass it back to you. Yeah. Then if you have something planned, I'm flogging it here.
All right. As you place and you're pretty much naked and doing this, and you're just in. You're at this time of the day where no one really stays in the place. And normally you get people that come tidy up and cleaning, and you just see your door kind of open as this kind of old woman starts kind of walking in. She's not even looking. She's just got she's just taking up a mop and mopping the floor. She hasn't even noticed you yet. And at that point, she sees this staff, and as she grabs it to move it away, you shout and you just growl at her, and she turns to you, looks at you. I'm sorry. And this feeling is, why did she just touch my staff? Is she trying to take it away from me? These are the thoughts that are kind of building in your mind as you're saying, I'm sorry. And she kind of stands up, grabs her stuff, and then she just leaves the room and closes it. You immediately go to the staff and just pick it up. I mean,
Right.
You don't really want to let go of it, do you?
No, this was Morker's. It's important. It's mine now. Knowing that, am I able to? Is this information I'm able to relay, or is this just me on my own in a room with my stick, naked?
Here you go, Cisco. I'll throw it back to Cisco. Go on, Cisco.
Yeah. So you actually, at this point, also as well, you think, I mean, this is the only weapon I want to use, you know? I have a connection with this. It kind of reminds you of, I knew I was going to forget his name, damn it. Of the monk.
Morcor.
Yeah, Morcor. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think of Morcor, and you know this is something he gave you because you made something cooler for him, and it's kind of like the last thing that reminds you of his friendship, even though he's around somewhere, but this is the last thing you have, and that makes it harder. But it makes you think as well, this is the only thing I want to use for battle.
You also get that, you remember when in Darkon, when the boy asked you for the staff and you immediately said no, that same feeling as well, that you were like, no, you can't have the staff.
So I leave it to you as Aki I will imagine at this point Aki would probably realize, will he? Actually, I'll leave you, Ross, to decide that actually. How does Aki react to the knowledge of that?
Okay, thank you. If there's enough time for that, he would have been looking for his research on the Traveller as well. He's assuming that the first reader is now ducking him, so he'll just get him next time he sees him.
Okay, yeah. What you research on the Traveller, you know that he's kind of like quite a new deity. He's not really even a full deity as such. He's an archfey that got so many followers and worship due to some event that happened quite a long time ago in a world far away. That doesn't really specify where, but there was some kind of big convention, and he got so much more and more followers that he got to a point that people worship, and you feel him. He is there with you. He's just, he's very busy.
Okay.
Copyright.
Well, sorry, my head is absolutely full of what's going on there. Okay, great. Then it's just a case of walking about, loving his staff, and absolutely thrilled that his finger is not the problem because he can't get it off.
I could fix that.
Yeah, and then at some point he starts having an awful lot of fun because Bruce has gone sheet white from the amount of money he's going to have to pay for everything he's promised everybody.
He's gone a very, very pale emeraldy green at this point. Is it just like 1, 2,
Yeah.
100?
Actually, you also, based on that, at some point, Aki, you get approached by the About, who you paid for your research. And he kind of goes with you through some basic notes that the majority of them there is the prayer, meditation, how to contact your deity and stuff like that. And he goes through prayer, meditation, reading, mass participation. So it's like the fact of the more you spread the knowledge of your God, it's kind of something that makes you get closer to him. Also, I actually have a note here. Let me just open this doc. Cool. Yeah, you also get as well, like you actually, at some point you think to yourself, could ascending actually get to the Traveller? Could ascending be sent to a god? You get of the spells that could help you, like commune, divination, augury, and also you start to think he's not really a god though. So would that work? Also things like embracing your alignment, making special rituals or masses for your gods, or meeting his expectations, like your god is a bit chaotic sometimes. So all these things will get you closer, but the thing with ascending could perhaps work. And he conveys all the information to you and said, oh, thank you so much. Thanks for your patronage. Candlekeep is always willing to offer research. Sorry it took so long. I couldn't find you.
Oh, that's okay. I've been walking on a lot. I could have been more available. Aura was naked in private. It's probably best you didn't find me there.
Kind of blushes.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you very much. And if you would like to know any more about the Traveller, or would you like to pray with me, we can do this sometime.
Oh, the traveler. Who is that? And you get one of those kind of like montage where I imagine you're getting a little pamphlet somewhere out. He seems to not be aware of it.
Great. Yeah, that's. I'll say that's everything that Aki was doing in his downtime. Then, so we can
All right.
let someone else in.
So I'll leave you, Ross, to kind of consider the thing with the
I
sending,
will.
whether you want to try at some point or not. Cool, cool.
Awesome.
All right, awesome. So maybe we go to Yagu, if that's cool, with everyone, just as he was offered before.
There are basically two things Shogu would like to do. Could he maybe find either in a shop or in nature ingredients to make more potions? He can even use his locate object spell twice a day to maybe make it easier for him to find it if it exists around.
Okay. The thing with the stuff to buying potions selling, anyone. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, that will be. Yeah, make an insight check just generally, as you go through, you kind of do a little bit of research on the library on where will be the most suitable establishments to buy the products and things like that. And as you kind of reading different things, you kind of think to yourself, yeah, that kind of makes sense, I mean, I'll definitely do that. Maybe I could buy the ingredients from someone. That's definitely, they will sell me the ingredients instead of making the potion for themselves and selling them. So yeah, that seems like that could be an option, yeah. And it kind of makes sense to you, even though to you, Mark, out of character, the thing is like, why will someone sell you the ingredients rather than making the potion and selling the potion? They will make so much more money. And knowing that any herbalist will not actually sell you raw ingredients because they will be losing money. It's like someone selling you the main ingredient for a perfume instead of selling you the perfume, in a way.
I will
Understandable.
I will
Then I will
add.
go into nature. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll just quickly add, when you did buy it in, where did you buy it? In Baldur's Gate? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
Baldur's Gate somewhere.
It was-
I rolled a 20 because of that. So.
Yeah, it was very rare that you found someone that sold it to you. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to add.
So you kind of think to yourself, sure, maybe there will be someone. You will have to ask around in different herbalist shops and stuff like that. Near Candlekeep there is nothing of sorts, but you could go foraging yourself. That's something that you could potentially do. These ingredients are very rare and they are not in every forest you go. They'll have to be a specific location, shades, orientation of trees. So it will take you a while, but that's the two kind of
Yeah, in that
options.
case, I will need to go into nature, and once again, I want to try to use locate objects onto those items twice a day. If that makes the roll easier for me to make.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I
cl-
mean, it's. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say the closest. How far are you going to search? That's the question. Where are you going?
Depends on, he doesn't want to be gone for a few days. He wants to be back at Candlekeep within the day. So.
Okay, so let me just check 1 second because I have the copy of the little map here as well. I mean, if you wanted to, the closest thing will be the Cloudwood forest, but that is not on a day distance. That will take you,
so
I
there's
believe,
no
it's
way.
like 3 days, I think. More.
At the moment, you
correct.
find nothing. Then yeah.
Yeah, cool. In that case, he wants to go into the library and try to find some books on military tactics or battle strategic stuff like that.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check if you're doing it by yourself.
Anything specific?
If there's a specific book on 2-weapon fighting, yes, Joku would pick it up, but he prefers to have military strategics because, well, the group doesn't really have a strategy so far. Usually they go in and we
In
win.
terms of military, you mean like a small kind of like party, kind of like
and stuff like that.
a small
Tactics
combat
like
kind
that,
of.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You start looking around. Which other subject would Yagu be interested on apart from the military thing today? Let's just make it like that, so it kind of makes sense what you are rolling based on what's happening here. Maybe a muffin. Has Yagu ever thought of making his own muffins, maybe, and things like that?
Well, I'm not a frog that spits out poison that can make you high. That's kind of the issue I'm having, my dear.
All right, so
But if Yagu can do that, yes, he definitely would.
What happens is that as you're looking for this military combat thingy, you kind of like on the corner of the room, you actually see a little bit of lichen, some different moss that has grown on the wall, and that kind of starts make you realize. And in the moment you looking through the right shelves on the library, you actually realize that you are yourself in this part of the library where they speak about different how you say that? Hallucinogens? Things that give you hallucinations and make you like you are in this section of hallucinogenics. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
So you start looking around and you start seeing books of different cactus from the deserts and different things like that, and it's kind of like completely throws you off.
Spiraling to something else.
Yeah, from your search a little.
Understandable.
However, you do find something that is very interesting. There is a certain type of creatures called grunts, and it's known knowledge that the skin of the grunts make you high. So you kind of think to yourself, wasn't the lady in the shrine a grunt? Because you
no, that's not something I figured out already a long time ago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So then you will know that if you wanted a free supply of something to get high, you could just collect a little bit of her sweat, maybe when you go to see her next. That is throws you even more
than enough space cake left, so no worries.
Okay.
I have
and
a
you
question.
think to yourself, yeah, that maybe that's how she does it. Yeah.
How does our high charisma paladin collect sweat from the Lady Grung, I wonder?
There are multiple ways that we don't want to talk about.
Yep. Go ahead, you have a question, Luke. Go ahead. Show yourself. It's okay, even if you're not here.
I'm sorry?
I've seen your
Sorry?
voice. But,
Sorry?
I don't think he said it.
no, okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, go
I
away.
didn't-
We
I'm
don't want to
just-
see your face.
No,
Go away.
No, we do
Wow.
want to see you. Come on.
No.
We'll get
Oh, he's gone.
damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just an old mask. I cover the camera over. It's fine.
Okay. So based on that, Yagu, you said that there was a couple of things you wanted to do. So
yeah,
you could
I
try
want to
this again.
study a little bit, and we'll try to find ingredients. But if there are no ingredients to be found, and Yagu is apparently not smart enough to study, so yeah, that's it.
No. I'm sorry. Cool. All right, awesome. All right. So who would like to go next?
I think that's everyone, no?
I think it's.
I
only
think
Lucky.
Ruin didn't.
Yeah, Ruin. Ruin is the
Ruin
only
need to
one
go.
left.
Yeah.
I think he did it, but
Yeah,
Because
I
had something else.
at this point I just
I
need to go
mean,
to the
he got
enchanter.
7,500 gold, guys. What else do you
Yeah.
guys want him to do?
Yeah, very much.
At this point, we just need to go to the enchanter and ask him to do what he did with the pearls, but with rubies.
Okay, he'll say the same thing to you. He'll take the money. You giving him the money?
One gold coin at a time. Hands trembling.
4 days later.
He'll take the money and he'll like say again. He'll inform you once he has. And it's rubies, right? You want rubies?
Rubies.
Woo! Okay.
Wait, Aki, I just want to confirm. Aki, rubies, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, rubies.
Fair enough.
Man, the enchanter has a lot of work ahead of him.
Yeah.
He definitely does. All right.
Can I try to see if we could get a slight, even just the smallest, minuscule of a discount because of the Behir thing?
Yeah. I think
Probably not, but it's yeah.
Yeah, he said he's already
There's
said.
a pre-existing kind of friends and family discount thing going on with the guy in Baldur's Gate because we've been great customers of his.
Oh, we probably should have gone there. Hello.
The enchanter also said the more business we give him, he's able to knock a little bit off whatever we do in future because
Why do you guys
he's got
think I've been visiting him so
leftover
much?
materials that goes into what he does afterwards.
So, is there a minuscule of a discount?
No, No. This is for
Yeah.
specific components. So
No, I know it was worth a shot. Everything's
For
at least
sure,
worth a
for sure.
shot once.
For sure, 100%. But yes, we'll take the money, and we'll give you give you a note and say he'll let you know once he gets it. But
So I got a bill of integrity.
that's it.
Nice.
He's good. He's good for it though. He's okay.
He's good for it.
We're gonna find out with the pearls. So
We're just the next day the enchanter's just not at Candlekeep anymore.
I know, but Bruce, Bruce will hunt that man down to the ends of the earth. I swear to God, if he runs off with all our money,
I mean, I'm
no
pretty sure
force on earth will save him.
Didn't that happen with the Smith, or did he just disappear for no reason?
He's in
no, the
mourning.
Smith was. He had
Oh, the Smith is in
His
mourning.
family got murdered. Come on.
His daughter
His,
died,
his
dude.
niece and his
Not good enough.
Your
Not good enough.
niece, not
his
daughter.
his niece and his sister, and I think others
Not
died.
good enough. Not good enough. Can keep working for us.
Yeah. No, that's the other one, the blacksmith.
Bruce is going to walk off looking decidedly paler than he was before. He's like, oh my goodness, I need a really strong cup of tea.
You know, Bruce, I really appreciate it. You know, he's gonna come through, and you're gonna wait. Just that tattoo, it's gonna pay off. It is.
As you
that-
are. Sorry, go ahead.
That reminds me. Aki!
Oh my God.
Aki hears this and immediately gets dressed again.
I need your other hand!
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be like a sick tattoo. I get to be a
Oh, you
ghost.
can't hurt my
And goes out the
tattooer's
window.
hands.
How high is Aki's window off the ground? Because amongst anything else, he may well use his new ability to just jump out the window.
No ability.
Oh, I have an idea for a funny bit here. Go for it, Mac. Go for it, Ross. You hear the footsteps. It's like the Terminator, and the door swings open. Dun 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 dun. What do you want?
You see me stuffing the last few things in his pockets, and he's actually got one of those ridiculous eggs that don't taste great in his mouth, like in his teeth, because it's the last thing. He's got jacket over one arm. And go bye. He's going out the window.
Okay.
Behind Bruce. Bye.
So he's out the window. I don't know what ability you've got to get out the window safely, because Bruce will just jump out after you with his hand axe. He's like, I need your other hand.
On his way down, he'll extend his one wing, and he'll be able to 3-point land that, and take half as much damage as you do when we hit the ground,
Oh wow, nice. Yeah. Yes.
and immediately take off across the courtyard.
Bruce
Has
leaps
someone
out-
been taking levels in Monk?
Bruce leaps out the window.
Just as well as you are having tea, Ruin, you hear a knock in the door as well. You're on mute.
Lucky, your mic. Lucky, your mic's muted.
Oh, he's on the phone.
Oh,
he's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So he's not gonna get his dragon heart information. Okay, okay.
We've already given that.
We not really though.
I think on the stream before we went into Ziggy's thing, you guys did.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm
recall.
80% sure.
Yeah, last week I did it.
Yeah.
No, last week we had the fight.
Oh, the week before.
Yeah.
The week before.
The one where after Errol's thing, I went to him and I told him about the dragon heart and the moonstone dragon that he wanted to know about. I made him do a roll beforehand and gave him the information.
All right.
on
Just
screen.
adding to whatever I can't remember. He will find out. He can watch it later if he's.
He's coming back now.
Yeah, he's coming back.
You bet.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
Yeah, no worries. So as you open the door, you will see this about who you paid money to make the research. He will inform you that your book is ready to be collected from the House of Binding whenever you're free. And also he will inform you that based on the research that you asked him to do, he found some additional information, things that you already knew, the majority of the things. He comes with a copy of this kind of like parts that he's copied from a book. If you just go into the layer, you will see there. So he brings you
Whoa.
these kind of maps of a dragon's anatomy, and he kind of goes through with you with the different parts where you can harvest from a dragon, going through muscles, what is the most valuable things. And all of the researches that he's been doing is that the heart, obviously, is the source of the dragon's power. These huge 4-chamber pumps, he's make some notes for you. 4-chamber organ pumps in strongly enough to send blood flowing through the enormous beast. Legend has it that if a dragon's heart could be filled with granite, the strength of the heart's constriction will crush a stone to power. He also goes through the different types of dragon and the price of the hearts. Also, the price of the hearts is based on the power, the color, and the age of the dragon. In terms of like older hearts, the base price for a dragon's heart goes from around 50,000 gold pieces, based on the power and the color and the age of the dragon. So it's something very, very powerful.
And then, would I know how much a black dragon and a moonstone dragon's heart are?
Yeah, so based on as he goes through his kind of little notes and stuff, you see that it seems to be that it's to do with heredity. So you find that the moonstone dragon seems to be much more pricey just because they are more rare dragons. However, the black dragon is also not as. It seems like the chromatic dragons have a more price to the heart, because you will think that it's kind of illegal almost in some areas also to kill a metallic dragon. So the price plummets and there is a black market on it if you are able to actually defeat one of these dragons. But you gather that the metallic are much more expensive, but from the chromatics, the dragon, the black one is one, and the red are the two most pricey.
And does it say anything specific about the hearts? Like, do they grant some sort of like what are they known for granting?
It's just the sort of the power of the dragon itself. So then they can be used to create magical items and things like that. Lots of the stuff from Dragon's Harvest is mostly of the things are things to infuse magical items with. You can get the eyes, the liver, the scales, the skulls, the teeth, the claws, the tongues, the horns, the gizzards, and all of those are things that are valuable for alchemy, and some of them even for ritualistics. There is a lot of stuff that he's also brought you to do with cults. Dragon hearts are used for offerings and things that shouldn't really be done, and he kind of like tells you that he couldn't really get access to that part of the library, but there is potentially a lot of dark, evil magic that is forbidden regarding dragon hearts.
Would I, out of game, will I get a copy of those notes so I could go through later and everything?
To be honest, I'm just flogging it around, so
okay,
have to listen to the stream again. I'm sorry.
That's perfectly fine.
I mean, I have main notes and I have the things, but I will have to myself listen to the stream again. I do.
No,
have
that's fine. I'll go back later.
Notes and pages that I have open here.
Okay,
Cool.
perfect. I'll thank him for his hard work. I'll give him 150 gold, and I'll ask him to one more favor.
It's like a tabaxi, this one again that you met before. This about.
Yeah. Could you research and look into whoever is killing these metallic dragons and taking their hearts? And if you can't do it yourself, do you know someone in Candlekeep who could investigate this for me? I'll pay 200 gold. More if I have to.
Okay, I mean, what I can do for you, if it's okay, I can just look around and see, but I mean, I don't really know anything about these killings or anything like that, so it's quite quite a task. It's not the money. I'll get back to you in the next few days with to see if it's our perimeters, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, even if you could point me in the
inside.
direction of a great investigator or something like that.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we can. Perhaps I could maybe check the archives and see what we can find. But that will be only 5 gold. But regarding the other, I'll get back to you to see what we can find.
Okay. I'll give him 5 gold, and with this 5 gold, you'll find me the detective, right?
Yeah. Like a
Okay.
list of the most famous detectives.
That, I'll still take that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
No worries. And if you're all happy with the progress of this, anyone wants to do anything else, or should we just go back to the present now? This is all retroactive at this point.
I think we should go back
I'm good.
to the
All
present.
right, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. So today, you feel a week has passed. You feel the days are getting much warmer. It's a radiant blue sky today, and you are all together in the hearth, the inn in Candlekeep, finishing breakfast. And as you are sitting there, all these rumors can be heard. In the morning, you heard different things. The main thing that keeps being on everyone's mouth at the moment is that the new blacksmith for Candlekeep arrived last night. He is a very talented and excellent at his work. However, apparently he will not be starting in a month, but he will be in a month and a half or so. But he needs to still get some supplies, and you hear all this different information. You also listen around that the old blacksmith left his spot vacant after his king's massacre that has obviously affected him a lot, and he's taking some time. He's got a little bit of a PTSD. There is like a gossip going on, like, yeah, he's got PTSD, like, poor guy. And all these things like are spoken, kind of whispered around. And you are all sitting there. The inn itself is quite full of people. You see some of the staff is taking their breaks there. There is some abows in a different area. There is like lots of people, some visitors as always, and you all sitting around this table. You have a typical Candlekeep breakfast, like porridge and bacon and different sweets and handmade pastries and different things.
Oh, we all know what Aki's eating.
Nah, this is all mine. So what'd you guys get?
I'm assuming, do folks share what they've discovered about what they've done? So we're all kind of on the same page.
Aki's not going to share anything about the staff. He's, I think he's probably enjoying the mischief he's caused with all the tattoos and money, though.
Yeah. Oh God.
Guys, I can summon some berries if you guys want some.
Oh, I'm quite happy with my bacon roll.
Yeah, I'm fine with the mutton.
Suit yourself. And Harold, I'm going to use an actual first level slot to summon Good Berry and just get 10 green berries in his hand, and he'll just eat one anyway.
So Aki, when I get my tattoo, I want it like right here. I want it to just say, I want a black dragon. Just great.
Actually, the thing with these tattoos, do we get to choose the designs, or are they just...
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't think about that.
With some of them. Some of them have requirement. And things like your pearl based tattoos, they will kind of move a little and blur on their own as part of the enchantment that is infused in them.
I'm still not sure what Max did at the time when he was able to go through walls. That was new to me. I've never seen that before.
No, I think I can. Well, I think like I tried to tell you. I think I can make you harder to grab, harder to stop, harder to hit.
Does it take me to another plane?
As in you can take a a hit, much better than you could before. I guess in the same way that your painting helped you. You are very hard to get a hold of physically. I don't think you go to another plane. I just think people's hands go through you.
Because
you can pass, and I think I can help you pass through objects, but it's not. You can't go far. It's not like I'm going to walk through a mountain. I don't think you can do that.
As I saw other ghosts apparently when that happened, which is bizarre. Back in the domain of dread.
Oh, no, I don't think I'm able to. No, there's no planar change. That must be way beyond what I can do.
What the hell did he do, I wonder?
While this conversation, Bruce will say to Yagu, Yagu, sir, have you heard anything from the folks in Candlekeep about potential ways to cleanse your lake? Your home?
No, I'm not really that much further of that. The only lead I got so far is still that vision I got from Greenson.
Not really sure this hag thing can be trusted anymore. Still, let me know if you hear anything. I'm certainly I do have a vested interest, obviously, in your home. Now that I heard that my mother's clan might be migrating there for a time.
I might want to stay out of that one, actually.
Yes, the elf bane.
And he'll gesture to his ears.
True, that is a fair point. Admittedly, if anything like my mother, I never once heard her to express any kind of disdain for elves. Plenty of elves live in the Silver Marches, and there was never any problems, but no, she did leave, I suppose. Honestly, I don't know what to expect, but I won't force you to go. More than welcome to come along.
Would they recognize you? Like
me?
Yeah, you personally, because I mean, have you ever been there before to the clan, or is it something only your mother has?
I've never met any of my mother's clansmen. The only orcs I've met been on the road when I was the years since I left home, working as a caravan guard and such. You know, usually they were ones who wanted to take our stuff.
Yeah, no, Cloakwood was no picnic when it came to bandit caravans either. My dad always had a rough time with them. Both him and my mom, actually.
Man, I'm under no illusions this could be a challenging meeting.
You know what we could do? We could go back to that professor, what was her name? The one in the plane of fire, and see if she needs anything. She did say she wanted to call on us for a favor.
True.
Get some loose ends.
Do you think her expertise would lie in, I don't know, cleansing corruption and curses from places, though?
I doubt it.
I thought the
I could be
blind
wrong.
one knew the most about it, but she didn't know either, so... But I'm not sure anymore.
Maybe she would know more, at least of which colleague, or maybe in a way to get us connected to a good colleague of hers.
We already know somebody who said curses was their thing. Tell us what was his name? Was this the guy who floats?
Oh, the vizier.
Yes, was he not special in curses, or?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
You actually remember that one of the persons that was especially on curses was your friend who you met on the very beginning, who I have his name written down here somewhere, who helped you on your first mission. You actually went to a cursed town. It was only you, Bruce, and Aki.
Gorin.
Gorin.
Was it Gorin?
Gorin was one of the people who he was especially on curses.
Does curses. Aki, go have us brain blast. Go.
We have met people who can help us with this. We don't need to look out. Or Bruce and I have.
Wait, who have we met?
Gorin, who brought us here in the first place.
He specializes in curses? Oh, jolly good!
Everyone make perception checks.
Oh,
Oh,
okay then.
Okay.
That sounds ominous.
was almost a great one. Was almost a.
Oddly on his toes.
Okay.
Oh, doggy,
Everyone apart
damn.
from Harold and Bruce, you begin to see people in the hearth itself begin to start looking out the window, and as you peek through, you see a few people begin crowding around the blacksmith area.
What's the last day?
What's going on out there? You think? Ooh, maybe
You
it's
notice
more
something,
food.
Lucky?
I don't smell any more food out there. It's not that.
And then I guess
Oh.
Harold will look in the direction Aki's looking.
Maybe the new blacksmith came in early.
I thought he was due for another month.
Ah,
what,
but
what you heard is that he's already here, but he won't be starting for another month.
But
Come on,
what would
guys.
a blacksmith? What would a blacksmith do that's so interesting?
That's a good
maybe
question.
His weapons.
Do we know anything about this guy? And Harold will say that out loud to the group.
I don't think.
he's a blacksmith.
We know that. Yep, he
Thank
is a
you.
blacksmith. That is true.
You could ask the people around you, or you could have a look yourselves.
Yeah, come on,
Harold's
guys.
gonna take a quick look
So-
real quick. So, I
Like
mean, should we go?
I'd like to interject something. I don't know why you just said that. Why it sounded like that, Joey. But when you said that, I was reminded of a very funny Leslie Nielsen scene from one of his Naked Gun films, where he says, "Well, someone asks him how he breaks into a room, and he's like, well, I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith." just remind me of that. I just thought I'd interject that.
Actually, before we do, should we go check on Ziggy before we do, or should we just go take a look at over there?
Well,
Ziggy's fine.
he's in that. He's in that direction. Ziggy's up in the in the rooms, right? Which is across the courtyard, anyway.
Yeah, he's kind of been placed in a special room under care.
You know, we should probably check on Ziggy. I wonder if I could read his mind now that that thing's no longer in there.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll go with you, Ruin. I'd like to just check in on him as well, as he's giving a little bit of bacon to Reapy Cheap. Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can all go. I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Let's check out this new blacksmith on the way. If he would,
Yeah.
I suspect we will have use of him.
All right.
Yes.
I
As you
would
all
agree.
get up, have your food. You step outside and you begin to hear people like, "Oh, that's very impressive! Wow, he made it so quickly!" And you begin to hear people murmuring and being pretty impressed. And as you kind of get closer, you see there perhaps a human. You're not too sure. Smith, who's just kind of just pinging away. He's not saying anything, but you guys can reach out and speak to him if you want.
Well, can we see what they think was so impressive?
There are a few sets of weapons that are made there.
The COCs are interested.
Make a perception check just for fun. No, I'm joking.
Do you also make bows?
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
I can craft anything you all need. Just give me some time. I know you've all been without a blacksmith for a good while, and I'm sure I can deal with it. But please, don't parade me. I guess this is impressive work, but still, it's not needed.
What's your name?
Why would we give you a
That's a good
parade?
That's a good question, Naki. And
My
that is also a
name-
good question, Bruce.
He stops smithing for a slight second. My name is Bycroft, and to answer whoever just shouted that, ask everyone else around me. If not, give me time to inspect this new forge.
Bycroft.
Any
Bycroft
relation
is
of,
an odd name.
Any
Yeah.
relation to Gerald?
Look first name.
Bycroft, make an insight
It's
check.
it's. I have a passive insight of 18. Do I need
Okay.
to roll?
No, let's say that you actually, at this point, you start to click. You actually know who these people are. You start to realize, you come to
Yes.
that realization.
Oh,
but it's
this-
up to you
Yeah.
to well.
Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
see
while
what
you
I
think of
think.
that, how does Bycrop look like?
Oh, let me tell you. He's wearing a lot of like well-crafted leathers, and however they are all kind of dirty and just very well used. On his smithing cloak in particular, you can't tell whether the clothing he's wearing is just a lot of coal, like just smattered against and just kind of clumped together on his cloak, or is it just like oil burns, or just a lot of like dark, or just dirt? Really, he's just a very dirty clothed man. A lot of like straggly, sort of like messed up hair, and a very long, sort of somewhat nicely kept beard. He's slightly big face. Aki and Bruce, if they can roll perception checks, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
I'll also say the more highly perceptive of you all will notice like there's white flickers in his hair. Actually, I'll post a picture for the guys
Yeah,
in.
please, if you.
Yeah.
know his last name.
Yeah, so like the
Insight,
slight-
not perception.
insight, perception, whatever. So yeah, so he's kind of just off together and like a lot of white flecks in your hair. You can't tell whether that's just the fact that he's an older sort of gentleman, like probably around in his 50s, or you just can't really tell whether it's actually white flux, which is a smithing material helped to increase the potency of flame. And yeah, he's just kind of smithing away, and then he kind of clocks you all. Specifically Bruce, he notices something you're wearing, your shield, and then he'll start to just kind of make his way towards you all. And
Can I use that perception to look around for anything he's made or anything he's hung with symbols,
Yes.
names, or clan insignia?
Yeah, the first thing you'll notice is that the emblem on the he has moved some of his stuff into the forge, and specifically one piece of a very nice set of armor that seems to be just as dirty as the clothes he's wearing now, to be honest. That seemed to be for him. But you will also notice the shield he's wearing is a similar make to the one Bruce has been carrying for a long while, and the smithing hammer. The smithing hammer he's using has a symbol etched and burnt into it that you'll also know is a symbol of Tyr.
I am going to roll something here.
Yeah, you guys, anyone can make a religion check as well.
Can I say it? Aki recognizes it but doesn't remember why.
Yeah, you'll also, because you got a nat 20, I will say, when he's coming a bit closer to you,
Oh, wrong one.
you will notice one purple eye and one brown eye. And like a red bandana around his kind of neck. He's carrying a smithing hammer and like a battle axe at the ready. The battle axe looks to be somewhat rocky, but also somewhat metal. It seems to have been laid with silver, but also slightly made of like a very volcanic stonework, and seems very well put together actually. Strong and sturdy.
Is it safe to assume that Bruce and Aki recognize the Barfire iconography?
You both rolled really well on the perception, so I'd say yes, and you'd also say this is a very similar looking man with a slightly fuller face, probably a bit older and chunkier face. Very
Bruce
much, it's very much once you see Thor in MCU, but then you actually see Thor in God of War Ragnarok. There's slight similarities, but like definitely one is very much different.
So the Thor. Bruce's monocle pops out. He's like, Aki, you see it too, don't you?
I think the eye gave it away.
Eye?
He has the same colored eye.
The iconography for his smithing.
So,
Yeah, so I don't forget this. Based on anyone who go higher than a 10 on that religion check will know that Tyr is a lawful good greater god of law and justice from the Pharaonian pantheon. You will also know that he was missing a hand. His story is well known, how he lost a hand fighting evil. Sometimes he's depicted covering his eyes as well. And he comes from the also Norse is originally come from some parts of the Norse pantheon as well. That is a pantheon you've heard of from a different land as well. And normally it will make sense. Maybe he could be a forge cleric, maybe, or some kind of a paladin, or it could be just that he is a worshipper of this god without any other reason.
So it seems like you used Tyr in your works, Mr.
Barfire. Bycroft Barfire. And I
Barfire. Nice to
assume,
meet you.
looking at your friends, you are all the Caravan of Chaos I've heard so much about.
Yeah.
I guess we're
can also-
famous, yeah.
Yes, not famous, just asked around the town. I can also assume, looking at him, he points to Brucey Boy, you're using someone's shield you've stolen. May that be the right assumption?
Bruce, what
Aki's
you
gonna
talk
drop.
about?
Aki's gonna drop to his knees right now and just. I'm sorry.
Guys,
You're only half right, sir.
Half right. Well, can you care to explain why you have my son's shield?
Oh,
your son?
Yes, my son, Bryn. He was last here. He told me he was coming around here, and now he's disappeared. Care to explain?
I'm a little new to the group. I don't remember meeting a Bryn Barfire.
We did.
yes.
Oh,
Bruce takes the shield off his back, and before saying anything to him, and offers him the shield and sort of looks at the ground.
We've been looking for you.
So I hear. What's the story? Tell me.
Would you like to? Could we step inside, or would you like to come
Sure.
with us to the hearth?
Sure. Wherever's comfortable.
Your I suppose your quarters would probably be best.
Yes, why not?
do you guys want privacy? I could just go and wait this out.
You can come with us. I believe that
This
you're
may be useful to hear.
Okay.
I'll tag along.
Yagu, you coming?
Oh yeah, of course.
Alright.
So we go inside, and
Yeah,
I'm
as you
sort of
go
fairly-
more private, it seems to be a little bit. Yeah, you feel it's the right place for you to have this private conversation.
So Bruce will sort of stand in the room, not taking a seat, with his hands kind of in front of him, still kind of looking at the floor, just sort of waiting for a go ahead, essentially, if Aki doesn't say anything.
Aki will take off his coat and kind of unshiny himself a little bit. It's not appropriate to try and look awesome during this conversation.
Bruce is still holding the shield kind of in front of him, because I'm assuming Bycroft didn't take it from him. He just kind of
Not yet.
waited.
Not yet.
He's still holding it in front of him. Aki, do you wish to explain, or should I? Or...
Bryn, I couldn't find him. I couldn't get to him in time.
Yes, Bryn, your son, our friend. He died protecting us.
He's gonna roll an insight check on that, just to confirm.
I'm not. You want me to?
Yep. Oh, that's a 15.
I mean,
yeah.
Unless you want us to roll against it, I would think a 15 was high enough.
So,
We're
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Was it honourable? Did he go out how he wanted?
What?
I don't know that we ever had that conversation with him, but it was honourable, I guess.
It's fine then. Keep the shield. I just wanted it. I just wanted the truth. Okay.
Do you want any? If you don't wish for the shield, do you want any
No,
details?
it's fine. It's fine. I'd like not to hear about it. I just wanted the truth, I've been told I have quite the formidable look to me. Usually I get the truth when I'm quite forward with some topics. I'm glad about it. Now, to business. I was hoping to get you all here as quickly as possible, and I thought scaring all the public around us was the best way forward. I was hoping this to...
Sorry, Luke, could I insight him for like his
go for
reaction to being told his son has died? Like, because I noticed a pitch in your voice there. I want to just sort of
Go for it.
Yeah,
I may have forgotten the voice already, that may be it.
I remember that's
Aki absolutely buys it.
Bruce, he's known for a bit. He's known for a bit. If you rolled high, I would tell you the exact date he found out, but, you know.
Okay.
He's known for a bit.
Okay, he'll carry on with what he was saying. Bruce will say something afterwards.
I was hoping to give this to my son, but as the next best thing, I suppose I should hand it all to you and give you a bit of information. And
If it's a family heirloom, shouldn't you be hanging on to that as his father and giving it to any siblings he might have had?
It's not really that. It's something I probably need some help with, actually.
Oh?
And he'll pull out a book. A sort of poorly kept, slightly different colours, a lot. They're just random bits of paper stuck together to it. Looks a bit childish and feminine for this man's liking, but you know, he just holds it out to all of you and just says, "This is the diary of Sarah, a childhood friend of Bryn's." It doesn't look like that description, but it kind of looks a bit like that as well. I didn't know what it was looking like.
I'm sorry, no, that was a very good. You actually see, it's not the color that is there; it's more like a reddish pink, you know. And the tree is got like motifs, like a bit more like a girly, like a.
And it's
like Luke described.
It looks old, so there are pages that look a bit disheveled. Yeah.
This is the diary of a childhood friend of his who's also passed on. And I opened it myself, and something strange happened. I've been told you all, and my son once, dealt with such strange things.
We certainly do.
On the table.
Firstly, Mr. Barfire, very sorry for your loss.
Does anyone take the book? As he puts it on the table.
I guess Rune will take a look at it.
Yeah, I can read any language.
Bruce can't bring himself to take anything from this man. He feels like he's taken everything
Is
from
that
him.
the Discord issue?
But by
We
crowd,
lost this guy.
if it was, or Mr. Barfire, whichever you would prefer.
Oh, I think he lost.
It's Eva's fine.
He'll be back.
Mr. Barfire, this book, it does look kind of old. How old exactly was this Sarah that you mentioned?
Last I saw her, about 8.
She was 8 years old?
The book's, well, childhood friend. The book's about 10 or so years old now, and slightly worn, slightly tattered.
Right.
And I've only just been recently given it.
Ruin anything in the book?
Yeah, here, let me go ahead and I'll pop the book open and try to start reading the pages.
I'm not sure where Cisco's gone, but if he's not there, let me just see what I must read.
Yeah, it looks frozen.
Yeah,
his
he
screen's
was
frozen.
trying to
Checking the stream now.
He was making comments. He said, "Oh, my internet's gone down," and then just froze.
Oh, so he knew he was going down. Okay.
Yeah, no, he literally out loud just was like, "Oh, my internet's going down," and I went, "Oh, Cisco," and then he just froze.
I did not hear that. That's all.
Do you want to wait for Cisco, or if we want to do
Yeah,
a
we
wee
can go
bit
on a break.
in the
Yeah.
meantime?
Yeah.
let's go,
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Yep.
quickly go on break and then do that. It'll be better to hopefully get him back as soon as possible. So we'll go and take a quick break, 10 minutes, and then hopefully we'll have Cisco back. Yep, it's all going haywire on the stream, but yes, don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
Yep.
Alrighty, and we are back again. Sorry for that. My internet just died. I don't know. I think Sarah killed my internet. Damn it. But yeah, we were there as you were in a more private area. I imagine you would have gone to perhaps your quarters. That would be the best place to get full privacy. And as you are there, all sitting together, and some of you, I think it was you, Ruan, who actually opened the book.
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead quickly. You see on the book itself that is kind of like it's kind of like should be a description here. There isn't. Damn it! I'm sorry. Damn. Okay, 1 second. Why is the book description not here? Beginning the adventure. Okay, maybe it's here.
Wing it, Cisco. You can do it. We believe in you.
Yeah, okay, book description. Okay. It's a leather-bound book with a brass copper fittings and an intricately carved brass clasp. The color itself is like we described, it's like a pinkish, brownish kind of color, like something in between, a little bit girly. There is some flower motifs on that tree in the middle. And you see that realize as well that the tree in the middle seems to be a lemon tree with a rising sun behind it, and you know that that is actually the family crest of the Yellowcress family. The book, as you open it, Ruan, is handwritten on the first page. The first pages are blank, and it's only a handful of pages at the ends of the book that are actually written. You see a lot of writing on it of some woman named Sarah. You see that straight away listed. It seems to be some part of diary, some part of like events that happened to her. She does like research on this book as well. But the eerie part is in the moment you touch it, Ruan, you feel frozen cold. The book is like glacier cold.
Oh.
You okay there?
Yeah. God, it's.
You hear like coming from behind you, all of you. As you turn around, you see a creature there standing, blonde hair, kind of dress on tattered outfit. Seems to be some kind of working clothes of some sort. Maybe you think this lady might have been kind enough to help and do some stuff with the lower servants, perhaps. And you see this creature, ethereal blue, behind you.
Our old pan is just on his bow. He hasn't taken it out. You guys see that, right?
Bryn,
Mycroft,
you recognize that being Sarah.
He'll put his hand towards Errol and just say, "Can you all see why I needed help with this? I wanted my son to join in, but this will have to do. I need all of your help."
Bruce,
What exactly do you need, and what is that?
This is the ghost of Bryn's childhood friend, Sarah. She's trapped in this book, and I believe I may ask you all to help me in a journey to Waterdeep.
To Waterdeep?
Of course.
You hear her. You hear the ghost kind of uttering some words, but as you hear her voice, make an insight check. All of them, actually.
All right.
Fuck.
I
Can I guidance myself?
I have a passive insight of 18. Do I need to roll?
I will say because
Wolf
you have seen this book before, you know the answer, but you are just not really saying anything because you are Mycroft.
I don't need to.
Yeah. Only you, Aki, and Errol, the two of you, realize that the sound that she's making sounds like someone who has not got a tone or is mute. One of the two things.
And Arrows is going to slowly put his hand away from his bow. I'm guessing she hasn't done anything by now.
She opens her mouth more, and as you focus, both of you, you realize her tongue is missing.
How
Missing
much? How
tongue.
much? How much do you know about what happened to her, Bycroft?
Well, I know that her and the rest of her family, barring her father, were horribly and brutally murdered. And
Where?
when I went to relay the news of Bryn's passing to them, this was all I got. I received the book by letter, and another grief-stricken father, let's say.
Where?
When she
where-
says father,
where did-
the ghost react to it. And she
In
kinda
that
does
case,
like a movement with the head.
Mr. Barfire, what exactly would you expect of us? You said
Well-
help, but in what specific way?
I've heard of your exploits, some of them. Travelling around and fixing things. There's a mansion in Waterdeep that I think there's some unfinished business that I think the family needs to deal with. I'd hope you all help me.
That is where they live.
And I can offer as your new blacksmith some, well, better deals, let's say, than everyone else.
Mm.
I mean,
I'm quite gifted with a hammer, as you were seeing earlier, but for he'll then say exactly how many days it's been since Bryn died. I don't know what the exact days were. I'll let Mo and Cisco work that out later. Thanks, guys.
Oh, no.
He'll say within those certain months. I've been
Yeah, make
better at my job than usual.
Been about half a
Um,
year? 4 months?
Yeah, for about half a year, he's been better than his job than usual. Make of that what you will. And yeah, that's about it.
You do not owe us any favors. We will do this.
Well, in that case, consider you all as penance.
Uh,
I can't speak for the others amongst us, but I assume Aki and I have one mind. We would do anything you require of us to help you. And we would
wouldn't
not
make sense
expect-
for us to split
That would
off
be
as a caravan,
much
so...
That would be much appreciated.
I
Maybe you can
understand.
earn that shield.
Of course, I would understand. I knew you would offer to help. I just wanted to make it clear you didn't know Bryn, and I didn't want to.
I mean,
didn't think
I
I would
can't-
drag you along.
I can't speak of what it's like to lose a son, but I've lost my dad, and I can somewhat understand the reverse, so... Yeah, I'll help.
Thank you. And the rest of you? Little... I haven't got your names. I should probably...
Harold Emmerfield.
Okay. Very well.
Ruin, or Ignis, whiwhichever you prefer. I'm still deciding, sorry.
Ruin sounds easier to pronounce.
Yeah.
It is. Is it Ig or Yig?
Ig. Ig.
Wait, I've killed him.
Like,
There,
like
boys. Hold on.
X, yeah.
And
Comedy relief, it's all I know.
I know from Bryn's letters, two of you are supposedly Bruce and Aki? Yes, and then that
Oh, you didn't mention
leaves...
the third one?
Right?
Yes, I am
I assume that also makes you Grey, Mr. Turtleman.
You hear a big inhale and exhale there. Bruce is just steadying himself.
Did you join this group later? Is that wrong? I
you're
wasn't
right
told there were so
about
many of you.
that, but the name is wrong. It's Jogu.
Okay then, the strong silent type, I understand that. Oh, wait, I just realised something.
Mhm.
Oh, I just realised something. I muted Mark during the break because it was
feedback.
our audios were coming through. I'm so sorry.
God.
I'm so sorry. Please repeat yourself, Mark.
I wonder why you weren't talking. I'm like, he introduced his name.
I saw you
he
speaking, and
literally
then I
said-
realized, yeah, I muted. Oh, so, I'm so sorry, Mark.
Go Google cast Stole the Dead on... no.
No, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I do know his name is Yardu. Okay, so sorry.
Well, in that case, Mr. Barfire, when did you want to depart for Waterdeep?
The ghost kind of gets close from
Okay,
behind.
is there a way that you could not do that? We've had a really weird
I'll close
experience
the
with
book.
ghosts.
Ren will close the book.
That's
Bruce, as you are a noble, all of you see slowly Sarah's ghost passes by you, and you will think that she's gonna come out from behind you, but all of a sudden you feel the ghost in you. I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
All of us, or just Bruce?
Just Bruce.
Okay.
Okay. Would she know that Bruce is a noble?
You.
Oh, well, technically.
Well, you don't know.
Okay,
Why, or she
Yeah, I
will
just
know
want to ask more about a mechanical thing because I didn't make him have the noble background because I want to make that he's really bad at being one, so he doesn't try to lean on it. So charisma. saving throw.
I
It's
didn't.
just the DM metagaming.
Fair enough. I just want.
It's
Sorry?
charisma check.
Yeah, I'm doing a charisma saving throw, so the guidance would work.
Charisma saving throw. sorry.
Okay.
Okay. You feel for a second that you don't feel evil. You think that she's maybe trying to get on you to actually be able to communicate, as you see that she's not able to talk. But you see her coming from behind you with a sad kind of face.
Bruce will
Let
just
it
let her
happen.
then.
Let it
It's
happen.
fine. Let her do a thing. My dear, please continue. Bruce will deliberately let her.
All right, she will roll 10d6, and I'm sure she will succeed in one of them to recharge the possession, and she will get inside you.
Yeah, Bruce would choose to fail. He could resist and go, no, she wants to speak.
Okay, so in the moment, she seems like for a second she utters like a Mona Lisa smile, because you see that she's so tormented she's not able to properly smile, but she does like a gesture, and then you feel her entering you, and in this point you see and realize that Bruce's voice changes to a ladylike voice.
Oh
So
man,
imagine, like,
I wanted you to do Bruce's voice.
oh really? No.
I'll speak for her if you give me some ideas, but
It's
go for
more
it.
like it sounds like all of a sudden it sounds
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
sweet,
That's
like,
exactly right.
hi, I'm sorry for doing this. I mean, it doesn't sound sweet at all,
Hello,
but yeah,
I'm
imagine
so
it's-
sorry for doing this.
Yeah,
That's
she's
pretty
kind of posh, yeah. Like a
Still
little
got
posh.
Bruce's accent and vocal cords, but a bit more gentle, I think.
Yeah. Amazing. And she says, I'm sorry for intruding on your friend like this. I need help. Please help me. I need to rest. And try.
Okay.
How do we help you?
Well, I don't understand why my soul will not move on. The same with my mother, Lady Maria, and my brother, Malik and Janus. I'll write those two. Maria as Maria, Malik with a K at the end, and Janus like anus with a J.
Oh, lovely.
Janice,
Sorry.
yeah. I know it.
Janice is a daughter. So, yeah.
Oh, is the other daughter? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where are they? Are they here?
In Waterdeep?
I don't know, but they are trapped like me in the mortal realm.
Where is your home?
My father has the remains of mine.
Do you know
And
where he
where's your
is?
father?
He should be in my house. I'm not able to leave.
Leave? You mean leave the book?
Yes, the book.
Oh, we take the book with us and we go to this estate. If that's where they were killed, then maybe we might find some answers there.
Yeah.
I'm worried about my father. I'm scared for him.
No, no need to worry.
We'll help you, is what he's trying to say.
That's the words. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
With that being said, can you give us back our friend now?
Of course. Ooh. And she kind of slides like a ghost. Awesome cheesy. And then kind of like you see that Bruce, she kind of like comes out of Bruce literally like imagine like a scene from Poltergeist, you know, like
Well,
Bruce, you never sound so prettier.
I got Eddie Izzard vibes there.
she's actually gone. You see her coming out and then she vanishes back into the book.
all right. Bruce, do you want to hold on to the book since that'll be her way of communicating with us? Mr. Barfire, where do we start?
Well, first would be to find maybe a cart for all 6 of us and travel to Yellowcress Manor. It's about a few miles out of Waterdeep next to the shores. It's a quite little, well, slightly large holiday home, if you will.
Just to
Yeah,
add one
like,
more thing, look to what Mycroft know, that all the family was murdered except Lord Vialis, who was abroad for business. I'm not sure if you mentioned.
I did mention that, just not the bit that he was away for business. I just realised, I just mentioned he was away.
No worries.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
the 2 grieving fathers. Yeah, he did mention that bit. In that case, we do have a cart already, Mr. Barfire. Hopefully it'll be to your accommodations. We do have a couple of horses as well.
I'm sure it will be. I understand, though, it may take time to prepare. If you need anything from me, smithing material, I see you carry a bow. I can make some arrows that are as swift as strong as needed.
Unless they're magical arrows. I mean, regular arrows I have enough of. But could you make a dagger for me, actually?
You don't want this dagger back? And I'll pull mine out.
Not yet. We're getting there.
Simply.
Mr. Bycroft.
Yes.
The way they died. Do you have details about how they died?
No, Cisco. Do I have details about how they died, or is that too much?
On the letter it said that they suffer a horrible death. They were assassinated, and they were found with their tongues cut off and their eyes burned. Sorry.
Oh,
He's talking about Bryn.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the family.
No, I'm asking about the family.
Oh, the family? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. It is the family. Yes.
I'm looking. I'm fishing for connections between that and what we found with the whole blood magic thing.
say that. Yeah, and I just made that connection too, Ross.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, yeah.
I think we were all thinking that.
Yeah, and you all kind of out of character think of that picture that Cisco put today with an umbrella and a demon kind of symbol underneath it.
But in that case, Mr. Barfire, I would be willing to trade you for that dagger. I don't want it just to be charity. Even though we are doing a service, but whenever you have the time for a regular dagger, just need something for extremely close quarters.
Give me, let's say, a few minutes. And he'll just start. He'll go to the anvil that's already there and say, "Mine's much better." And start smashing away at some metals, and like every strike just seems to just glow with the hammer. And he give him about an hour, and he makes a very fine dagger.
And I'll be like, so what can I give you for this? Is there like a price or?
Well, standard price is fine. I'm not honestly bothered. As long as if it helps you all. I don't know how much the price of a dagger is, but however much that is, just give me that in gold.
I believe it's 10 or 15 gold.
15 gold, why not?
Bruce, can I borrow 15 gold?
10's fine. 10's fine.
10? Can I borrow 10 gold, Bruce?
Fine.
Are you, like, is this how much gold you have?
I mean, yeah, I put it all back in the bank before I left for Candlekeep. For Cloakwood.
Actually, it's 2.
Oh, wow.
Just 2?
Just say it's 2, yeah.
It's 2? Okay, can I borrow 2 gold?
Bruce does not reach into the bag of holding, he reaches into his pocket and gives you 2 of his.
Thanks. I'll just give the 2 gold
Oh,
to...
I'm rich now.
Do you continue reading the book?
Actually, wait, Bruce. Sorry, Andy, take it back. I have gold. I just didn't bother looking because I assumed I put everything. I have 2 gold to give. I'm stupid, everyone. I'm so sorry.
Well, roleplay it out
Fine,
and
for
just
all
let it.
the
Bruce insists on
moments,
giving you the
okay.
money for it. Like he won't. He just looks at you as with a look of you're not giving this back.
Luke, you should also have 500 gold.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Just checking.
Okay, so I'll just put the dagger in my inventory. Thank you, Mr.
I still gotta
Barfire.
run a business, Mo. I still gotta run a business.
Thank you, Mr. Barfire, for the dagger.
Question.
As long as it helps.
Does Ruan continue reading the book?
Ruin will continue reading the book.
As you do, sorry for interrupting, you will get some things written as you are reading through. You see that an information, I will display it afterward, I'll write it all down for you. Yellowcress Manor stands on Delsorin Street in Waterdeep on the North Ward. So that's kind of written on the book. Apart from that, you also get that Lord Bialis and Lady Maria had 2 sons, one called Malik, one called Janus. Is a boy, and then a daughter called Sarah, that is herself.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah,
The family owned several tanneries and shoemaking shops in Waterdeep, but most of their wealth comes from Maria's side, from the wife, from Sarah's mother. Also, you gather he speaks about some man who is a close associate for Lord Bialis, called an elf man called Fel, who visits Lord Bialis twice a 10 day. And lastly, you kind of get some readings on there of her talking about someone who she really loved, a young man, an esquire called Becken, who lives close to the manor on Imna Street. So it's just like some neighbor of her in Waterdeep who she's involved romantically.
Is there any writings of Bryn in there?
You also see some sidelines of Bryn saying how she was always heartbroken because she wished that romantic relationship would have been Bryn, but Bryn was in love with his god more than any other. I mean, is that make sense, Luke? I'll let you.
Yeah, let's
if
go with
not,
that.
Please.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, so she feels in a way like she wished that it would have been Bryn, and she speaks also about the family relationship, how her father is quite close to Bycroft, or he was at some point, as they always when every summer they had another house on the same town where Bryn's original house was. Yeah, that place. I'm sorry, guys. That was really bad. And they always went every summer, and they were very close friends from childhood. On top of that, at the very, very end, there is a note as well about how her father is very interested on all these arcane books, books that study magic and different types of magic.
So is the father still living at that same estate where the rest of his family died, or does he live somewhere else?
You, in terms of that answer, no.
I ask out loud as Errol. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So.
I was out loud as Errol.
I don't know that. DM Mountain, so I assume why would he?
When you actually when you went to, instead of you going to there personally, you told Viales that you will go. You know. To
I remember.
But you sent a letter.
I actually know where Bialis is at the minute. So I was sent this by associates, but I assume we may find him along the way, or he's in another one of his homes.
It would be important to talk to him because, not to be grim, but just in case whether he might know something. Sylvanas forbid have been involved.
The last address you knew of him is Waterdeep.
The last address I knew of him was Waterdeep. So he has many shops though in Waterdeep. I assume he'd be at one of them if we go during business hours.
Sounds like Waterdeep is the main place to be. And
Can I get everyone to give me a fate roll, I guess?
Okay.
I'm going high,
I'm only
baby.
gonna the most. I'm only gonna.
Are we all doing fate rolls, or just
Yeah.
one of us?
Actually,
Are we
yeah,
all
well,
agreeing on which direction we're going?
Yeah, pick someone to do a fate roll. There you go.
Okay,
Nominate someone.
we'll
Okay, wait,
do it.
hang on.
I
hang on.
have an
Mark,
High roll.
Mark.
Fuck you all.
All right, we're
No,
doing a
it's
low
high
roll. We're doing a
No,
low
it's
roll.
high. Everyone is high roll. Everyone is high roll.
We're doing a low roll.
But what are
No.
you doing, Mark?
Everyone is doing a high roll. What? I'm just curious if we all can manage to make a low roll right now. If
Which
we...
is why we're doing low, because Mark wants to
No,
do
it's
high.
high.
I-
It's
I-
high. It's high.
I was gonna say I have an inspiration to burn in case.
Not allowed to. We all roll high. Watch me. Trust me.
So you call
All
it
right,
high?
I trust you.
I trust you.
Wait, what
Just
are you
do-
calling?
what
I
you
need to
calling?
know what you're calling.
High. Yeah, it's high. High.
You're gonna regret it.
I know. I just want to know what the limits.
We
of
know
this
we know how
curse
to
are.
we know how to play this curse,
Yeah.
and you're gonna regret
Chaos,
it.
I love it. Chaos.
Just roll it. Roll it.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
Fucking told you! I told you! Let's hear it! Pick up that telephone! I fucking called it!
Nice.
He
What did I
did.
tell you?
Cicero,
I did
carry
tell
on.
you.
Sorry. Yes.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that's cool.
Mark, you listen to me from now on when it comes to these things, alright? You got it?
I will say Bruce is called
I
the
just want
most.
to know what the limits are of this curse because this is getting really
I'll message
ridiculous
you,
at this
Cisco,
point.
what I was doing.
Okay.
So that you're aware.
All right. Okay.
Can
Like,
I?
this must be at least number 20 in a row that I guessed wrong in a 50-50. Like, there's 1 in a billion chance this happens, right?
Hold on a second. Can I ask a question? I did say I wanted to use an inspiration at the beginning of that. Could we still use it or no? Like I know it's already
How
passed.
many inspirations do you have?
Uno.
Well, you can't use it.
Nah, yeah. Does someone else have those inspirations, please? Two.
No.
Nope, I'm out.
I don't
I got
actually
0.
know. I don't know.
I'm
whether
not
I
gonna
can
waste
have
my
any.
inspiration on the fate roll on my own. It's-
Chamber's empty.
I was gonna say Bycroft doesn't have inspirations. Ziggy does.
Yeah, Ziggy does, but he's asleep.
Well,
He's
in
a
the
little
meantime,
needy.
normally we would have one of our other companions come with us, but he's currently indisposed of at the moment, so
Indisposed.
you'll have to make do with all of us. That's a fancy way of saying he can't make it.
Well,
What's fancy about that word?
that's
Why didn't you just say
Indisposed.
inconvenience?
Disposed.
Indisposed.
Well,
Perfectly
I'm
usable
sure I
word
can-
in the common tongue.
I'm also quite a fighter. I can help in combat if that's needed. I've forgotten the voice.
I would certainly hope so. If you can make a weapon, I certainly hope you can at least use them.
They're both two very different things, but I'm quite skilled. And he will then start pulling out some armor and getting ready himself.
Mm.
Oh, do you guys want to make any other preparations? I'm pretty much good to go. I don't know if you guys want to try hitting up the enchanter for any potions.
I have enough. I wouldn't mind. Well, I can't. I can only speak for myself. I wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, sir, while our companions are getting prepared. I don't know, Aki. Do you have anything you want to ask or tell?
I do have
Well,
I do have one or two things to say as opposed to ask.
I guess I can just go get Gree and get him attached to the cart then.
I was wondering, would you mind awfully, chaps, if you could, just for a few moments, could you leave us be for just a few moments? Above game, do you guys not mind that? This is obviously
no,
Bruce,
of course,
I'd really like to
please.
stay. I'm not going to force it.
No.
I
Please,
mean,
take your time.
I got
It's cool.
I got stuff to do anyway, so Hi.
I'll just. Yeah.
and Arrows is gonna walk out to go to the stables to get Gree.
Looks at Yagu and Ruin.
Like what Riffy did into his shell.
Say that again.
Yeah, he will go into his shell if that works.
Uh,
Soundproof shell.
This shell is a bit of a utility shell at this point, isn't it?
So chaotic.
Ruin's just going to Go into the shell.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
You're not big enough anymore. Get out of here.
I'm plenty big enough. Make room. Squeeze in.
Bruce grabs the shell while Ruin's still in it, kind of drags it outside, then shuts the door.
Like a suitcase, it's too heavy.
Yeah. Turtles are heavy. I did check, so it's like a drag it.
No,
not carry it.
Ruin will just flutter away.
You two want a word? Say it. I'm quite open.
Aki, would you like to go first?
I don't. I don't know what to say or apologize for, so I would just like to give you this. And Aki will unchain the lucky nugget from around his neck and offer that. This is something I won while Bryn was around.
That's
It was-
not necessary. Honestly, it's. I'm aware you're all grieving as well. To be honest, when I first saw you all, I was just trying to get away from the people surrounding me. They seem very. They seem to have lost their blacksmith for a good while. Honestly, I was just trying to frighten everyone around me to get to speak to you all, but I'm still in mourning myself. I've been more aware of it than I led you all to believe at first. But hopefully, what we do now, what we do today, will shed some peace on both of them.
Please, this is the most potentially valuable thing I own, and it would make me feel much better.
It isn't. You may need it. Just keep it tight.
I'm sorry I could not help more.
Right.
He was of great help.
What's done is done, and I hope he knew what he was getting himself in for.
I would like to repeat the same thing. I'm so sorry that he fell while we stood. I can point to a map, point to you on a map where we built a pyre for him. If you'd like to know where his remains are, the glen that he fell in is, I believe it was blessed by his god. It's become quite beautiful since the last time we went through.
That will be nice to see.
And again, speaking for myself, you need not give us anything for this task. And if you ever need us for anything, you just need to ask.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I'll share the same to you. I will be here.
I would have one off-topic question, given your expertise, if that is permissible.
Ask it.
Aki will hold the staff out in front of him. What can you tell about this?
Well, it seems. May I touch it? He'll reach out for his hand.
You don't want to let him touch it.
Oh, really? Does touching it help? He says, pulling it back a little.
Well, I suppose not. I can see it a different way. It's just I like to judge the weight of a weapon, but okay.
Oh, the weight is not the problem.
It's
Aki, what's the matter? Just
okay.
give him the stuff.
And he'll grab hold of his smithing hammer, start waving his hands around magically, and spend a minute to cast Identify on this. The hammer will glow slightly, and the etched-in symbol will start to glow bright gold, and then turn into a slight blaze for a quick second, but it doesn't catch on fire. And his hands will do the same. His eyes will glow completely purple, as opposed to just the one eye, and he will cast Identify.
Okay. As you cast Identify, you discover all the properties of the item itself. So will you remind us, Ross, what he discovers? If
Oh,
you already
I
said
know what it does. I know what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's being +1.
Yeah, it's a +1 staff, quarter staff, but it also gives you extra hit points based on basically the tough feat.
Well, you get 1 per level, yeah.
Yeah,
as opposed to
a limited tough feat +1 weapon. Anything
now
else?
with color. It's covered in ribbons, and it's had a few little etchings put along it, but no, there's nothing else magical to it that Aki's aware of anyway.
If there's anything else extra?
As you kind of like look deeper into it, you don't seem to get any extra stuff in there.
It seems a bit garish, to be honest. Not my. I go for use rather than actual design, but it seems nice enough. A nice weapon. Is there anything in particular? And I can maybe use the spell on you rather than the staff?
No. I don't know. No. I mean, I'm magical. I am sure you would be able to tell that.
Can I insight why he's trying to go back on his decision of making me look on the staff?
I think if you would prefer it to be useful over garish, you don't want to see my shield, because I cannot use it.
I've seen your shield. It's quite heavy and cumbersome for you, isn't it?
Yes.
And I will roll insight if that's okay, Montisco?
Yeah, of course, please. You guys don't need
25.
to tell us, yeah, it's cool.
While he's doing that, Bruce is saying to Aki, just give him the staff. What's the problem? This is his craft.
Yeah, I know you. I know. Okay, I will then cast a second spell slot to cast Identify on him to see what is affecting him, because I can tell if spells are affecting him. So I believe that can tell me if a curse is affecting him. Yeah, Identify says it. I can display it in VT.
Just give me 1 second, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I need to think of this, actually.
It says you learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it, and if you touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are affecting that creature.
Okay. As you kind of like do this and kind of like focus on this, make a religion check, actually. Let's make it a game
let's.
Why
Why not? Oh shit! I only have a +2 in religion. What?
Down the rabbit hole we go.
16. 16.
Okay. With a 16, you don't detect any spell. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Let me just two seconds. Oh yeah, we are scrambled. Okay. Let me give me. You actually detect that there is not a spell on it, but there is something else placed on this. You aren't sure where it comes from, but you sense darkness within.
Yeah, I'll relay that, and it's like, you do know the staff. Something's affecting you, and I believe it. The way you're acting, it could be the staff that's affecting you. You know that. If we're going into battle, if I need you, I need you on top form.
I will be fine. I am always fine.
Wait, what? Aki, what's going on? What's wrong with you?
I'll give a look to Brucey boy. Anything I should know?
I'm beginning to wonder myself. Aki, why can't you just give him the staff? As I said, this is his craft. This is what he does. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with this item?
Nothing. He doesn't think there's anything wrong with it.
You just said there's something dark about it. And you wouldn't give it to him.
To clarify, you sent something dark on Aki, not on a specific.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry,
Right, okay.
on Aki. Yeah, my apologies.
I've just put 2 and 2 together, It's just
Yeah,
he didn't want me touching the staff, but also I sensed something dark from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's asked about the staff, and now he's lying about the staff. I've just put 2 and 2 together.
Fair enough.
If I've made 5 by accident, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'll be right back. Let me organize that.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Thank you.
You take over.
Yep. Sorry,
There-
guys.
no, there-
Moving
there's nothing wrong with the staff. It works. It does exactly what you think it did, and
Right,
it keeps me up. It keeps me up in a fight.
And let's hope whatever it is, it's just my mind playing tricks on me. Let's
Ross,
stop
have you-
there.
Ross, I have a wee question for you. Would you be happy with Bruce assuming you're being evasive about something, or would you like me to roll an insight for it?
I think the way we've always played Aki is he's not a fabulous liar, and he doesn't never try very hard.
Considering his persuasion.
No, this is deception is the only. I think it's the only thing that's charisma based. He doesn't have proficiency in.
Oh, that's strange.
No, because he doesn't care to lie. He's much more interested in just telling the truth and see what happens. So I guess this might be the first time you've seen him actively try.
Fair enough. I'll leave it to that thinking maybe Bruce will assume it's just because there's someone else here and he's not going to say anything at the minute.
Sure,
About it.
yeah.
Oh, very, very well, very well. I do have one more question for you, Master Buff, sir. Do you know why Bryn came to Candlekeep originally? He never did tell us what he was here for. Some greater purpose, I would assume. Aki and I were just here to earn some money.
He had visions that were haunting him. I assume he came here to figure some stuff out. There was always questions. He left wanting adventure and to answer those questions. To what those may be, I don't know.
An oath to glory.
Is that what he decided on? Right.
I'd assume so.
Well, I hope he earned it.
He fell, so we stood. I hope that is glory enough for him.
Let's see if it was worth it.
Give me your map. I'd like to just make a mark on whereabout in the forest to the south where he fell.
He'll do that.
And he makes a pretty accurate mark. Bruce is pretty good with maps and such and the land. There, you can't miss the opening. You can't miss the glen there.
Yeah, and he'll just take note of that.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Buff.
It's fine. Now, those all should be ready, and I'll just knock on that shell. Are you ready to come out? Your ranger seems to be hopefully done with his preparations,
And,
hopefully.
As he says that, I'll knock at the door. Hey guys, I got the horses on the cart. If you guys are good to go, you'll just knock on it.
What nice timing.
Perfect timing.
Guys,
Let's go, shall we?
Let's go.
And,
It's a long journey.
Yeah, and with that, he'll once again be now in his armoured look, which is slightly bit less put together. It doesn't look like it fits him all correctly because he's maybe a bit too old for this sort of armour. It may be meant for a slightly younger version of this man, and probably a bit less, maybe more well put together sort of man that's not meant for him anymore, and it's kind of just been repaired profusely. But it seems to protect him well enough.
so Mr. Barfire, have you been in a lot of fights? Just in case if things do get escalated.
When I was a younger man, I was trained with many weapons, but I grew to make them rather than wield them. But I've grown quite recently. I've jumped back into it, and I've currently discovered some more magical potential I've had for weaponry. Seem to help quite a lot. I should hopefully be very useful to you all.
Yes, so put it on.
Well,
Hopefully it
it'll
shouldn't
be,
go happen then.
Yeah, okay.
it'll be good to have you then in that case. So
I'll just put it out.
they don't really talk about it much, but your son, what was he like?
Well, he was just hopefully charming. I hope to all of you he was like that.
I never met him.
Well, to the ones who met him then. He was always striving to find out what was going on, who he could help. He was very... He was always willing to help.
He was honorable.
Sounds like he might have been honorable. Yep, I was going to say that, Bruce.
He was steadfast.
He always thought himself as a bit of a hero in our quaint little village. More just helping cats out of trees, though.
He was sincere, and he knew how to enjoy life when the moments came by.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you for answering, Mr. Barfire.
Bycroft, it's all right.
Bycroft. All right, Bruce, do you want to do your thing where we can get going much faster than normal?
Of course, I'll hop on. I'll take the reins. Aki, do you want to join me up at the reins? Feel the road, so to speak.
Harold will just sit in the very back of the car. Makes sense I'm back here, because... So... Actually, speaking of, and he'll take out the bow. If you want to take a look at it, just to inspect it, here you go.
Very, very nice, and he'll pull on the string a bit. Ooh, this is a nice weapon.
Yeah, thanks. I got that from...
Definitely weighted, and he'll just kind of pull back on the prongs a bit. Yes.
I got that when a devil attempted to kill me, actually.
Very strange, and he'll
to you.
point it back to you.
He
Hand it back.
gave, in quotes.
What you saying, Mark?
Yeah, I
Oh, Yagu said, I thought he tried to give it to you. And I'll say as Errol, he gave it to me, in quotes.
But he wanted to kill you as well?
Yeah,
Never.
after I brought him the person he was looking for, he did a double cross. He assumed I would die with it in my hand.
Why I don't occasionally work with fiends.
Yeah, well, it was a very short relationship.
And it seems you're better off for it.
I agree.
It should be useful in the coming days in case we are attacked by any ruffians.
Yep, and I can see pretty far with it too. About 600 feet. Actually, I'm going to check my hat on that
I assume that's... The elven eyes help as well. These human eyes don't do much. Especially in my older years.
Well, your crafts certainly don't reflect older years at all. You still seem very fresh and refined.
I try my best.
So once more, as you are traveling, you feel the coastal air as you start traversing through the coastal way, the road that goes all the way to Baldur's Gate, one that you've traveled quite a few times already, and many prior to this. And the sea air feels so fresh and warm, and you can feel that the spring started to pick up. You are aware that you are getting to the claw of the month that they call the Claw of Sunsets, that is also known as chess, that it will be the equivalent to March in our real world. So that kind of makes sense, and you also know that it will take you quite a while, almost 20 days, if I'm correct. Mo?
Is that including the halved time? Because it's halved, right?
It will be
Bruce's
10. Yeah, it will be 10 with. Was it 20 days more? I think you and me calculated it together before. I'm just trying to figure it out in the map, but it doesn't.
I assume
seem
it's
to work.
double the distance to Baldur's Gate, because I know Baldur's Gate normally takes 5.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is 5, and then the distance to Waterdeep from there is like almost 3 times. So I think it's
so another 15. So,
yes, so I think
20
it's 20
days.
20
and
days
then
total, half to 10. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll take about 10 days normally. All right.
We'll give you the exact later.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll
What-
make a
on-
note.
While everyone gets settled in for the travel there, and if Bruce or Aki gets out at the front of the cart at the reins, this Bruce will take this opportunity to ask about why he was being evasive when talking to Bycross. Aki, I've never known you to be one to be evasive with the truth. What were you not telling Bycroft?
Nothing. There was nothing I was not telling him. There was. I just did not want to hand over the staff.
Why not? You wanted him to investigate it, and then you took it away.
I figured he knows weapons. I suspected he could. Magic works at a distance. Holding something does not help me understand it when it's magic I'm looking for.
All right. May I look at it in my own hand? Please.
Your affinity for magic is not well known.
I'm just wanting to check something. If you wouldn't mind.
Mind a little. You don't
Why?
trust me with this anymore?
It's not about that. I just never seen you be evasive with the truth before. It's rather jarring.
Well,
I know
This
there's a lot
is-
going on with you, Aki. Just is there something else here? Something's troubling you. You spent several days doing your own thing, really. You're usually rather gregarious and affable, and I can only assume something's on your mind. Beyond the usual, I mean.
Aki will stand up and steady himself by wrapping his tail around whatever bench back or anything he's got.
Oh, handy.
There is rather a lot going on that I don't understand. So I'm playing a few things closer to my chest than normal, and I'm asking questions of people who don't always give me straight answers. So I don't know what's going on with me.
Okay. And that's
And
fair.
the first reader also seems to be avoiding me and won't tell me anything about my mother's memory being modified, where I came from, why I have flashbacks to dragons and remember things I have no right to remember. I don't remember what I had for dinner 3 days ago, but I remember the names of things I've never seen.
I mean, the dinner thing could be because you eat quite a lot.
Nevertheless, I enjoy it. You would think I would remember. But Androthador and the copper dragon that we saw draped over Dragonspear, I saw it as if it were alive. I knew who it was. I knew Ignis's name when he was a dragon.
So, what does this have to do with your weapon?
I don't understand a lot that's going on.
That'd certainly be true.
I've decided something compels me against my will sometimes, and weapons are handy when that kind of thing happens.
Compulsion? What? Mind control?
Oh. First in the Hag's Tower, then just now with trying to help Ziggy. It seems to be a weak spot.
Well, I know the feeling with regards to losing your mind. Used to be that for the last 10 years it happened ever I turned into the battle rage. Bruce would come out and just take control. And I didn't have any memory of it. Then the hags did it to him.
Yes, I guess they put the whammy on both of us at one point.
It's dreadful. I've been trapped behind a glass cage. I could see everything happening and I was just bashing on the wall. I couldn't do anything about it.
Mine was not like that. Mine was wanting to. Something changed who I was. It did not replace me with somebody else.
I imagine my own experience might have been different for Bruce. he was the one out, so to speak.
Mm.
I was just shunted very far away. I couldn't do anything about it. Look, Aki, I can't imagine half of this just gestures at you that might be going on. If anything at all that worries you, I know nothing about what could be possibly going on, but I hope you would just tell me.
I would do my
And
best.
I'll never leave your side. Then he gestures at the burns, so I think I've proven that a few times.
I believe you, Roar. I would not doubt that. It is the same for me, even if sometimes something makes me want to attack everybody around me. But for now, I'm going to follow the Avod's good advice and see if I can't invoke the Traveller while we're on the road. I think I'm more likely to find him out here.
Well, we're literally on the road being led by our dear Traveller, and he gestures to the silver stag, which now also has a green sort of light around it. It's like a green trim around the edges of it whenever it turns around.
Mm.
The same colours as steel now.
Bycraft will come up to the slight and speaking of travelling, you all, I believe it is getting late enough. First end, maybe we should make camp. We are moving faster than intended, though. Very, very good of you all.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
Yeah, it's a thing he does. I'm not sure how.
if this is okay with you guys, what we could do, we could move forward unless during this time of travel any of you want to do anything specifically or anything like that, we could just jump forward. It's up to you guys.
Whenever Aki's on watch on his own, he's going to try putting the quarterstaff down. Just when nobody's looking, he's going to just try and do it on his own every so often and see how that feels. But nothing has to happen there. He's experimenting.
You kind of managed to put it down. I mean, in terms, what it feels weird is that even though when you were training with your sword, you always felt that there was something not right, you know? It feels to you that this weapon, 5 minutes, I think, only wants you to use it and nothing else.
Also, just like while on the first day, the first night, and I'll tell you all like to make camp and that, he'll just kind of start rummaging through his things in his bag, and Bycroft will just say to you all, everyone, you can stop what you're doing, putting up tents and that. I'm going to offer you all something, and he'll put down a cube and just tell you all to stand back. And we'll say, open for business. And a large fortress will appear from the cube. And he will say, if you all wish to enter my instant fortress, we can all sleep here for tonight. The first floor is a bit crowded, though.
By Jove! It's extraordinary!
This is bigger than the hut. This is better than the hut we used to live in.
Well,
could we keep you and leave Ziggy behind? Just leave him behind. Would that be a possibility? Don't worry about it. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Bycroft. This is great.
It's a bit spacious. I mean, you will see there is a lot of smithing equipment on the first floor, but it's 3 floors up. There's space for everyone. We can just hatch the horses somewhere, and it should be fine to sleep in for the night.
Right.
There was a loud boom, so we may have angered some people around, but who cares?
Is this protected in any way, or do we need to take watches?
This is quite heavily defensed.
It's a fortress, Aki. This is amazing.
I mean, to be fair, I only need 4 hours of rest, and I could just take the rest of the watches.
I was told to hide this, but tell later, but I didn't want to. I'm sorry, Mo. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfect. No.
It's perfect time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's good.
Not at all. Not at all. That's good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
For sure.
Ross, if you're okay with it, Bruce will see you doing your experiments with the staff, and he will say to you, "What if I were to help your experiments? If I were to pick it up, what would that do?" Just only if you're okay with it.
Actually, Aki, did you still want to do your sword training thing now that we have a little bit of time?
I have had an idea I have had an idea regarding that.
I mean,
I'll
there's
let you
also
know.
the shield that you want to use. I'm pretty good with both.
Don't let the
Ah.
archer teach you how to use a sword, Aki, trust me. He
Hey, you
grins
know-
at Errol.
Hey, not all of us need to be angry in order to use a sword, okay?
Ignore him.
What did
Errol
you
wouldn't
say?
have close up fighting if it slapped him on the ass.
I'm quite skilled with the blades, but I more prefer the warhammer. If it's all the same.
Clever. I like that.
I do not know what would happen if you pick it up. I imagine it's not as useful as what you have with you. So Anaki will kind of pick it up and wander off.
Maybe tomorrow, perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'm just saying that because I think it could be fun.
Amazing. All right.
I think we're good.
Okay. So time passes. You do travel, keep traveling past a few places that you have been before. You actually pass by Dragon Spear Castle on your way, traveling through the Troll Claws, past the forest, and then you enter the Tradeway. That is a much longer road, twice as long as the one you've been traveling for. And you continue for a few days until on your last day of travel, far off the distance, you can see a city walled, completely enclosed within. You are entering or potentially entering at some point through the south gate, that is the very corner lower down in Waterdeep. And you see there is a huge queue of traders, but back in the distance, looking towards the city, you see its structure is so beautiful. You see a huge palace very, very far away. And what it strikes you the most, you see these wonderful statues, huge, massive, colossal statues that seem to be moving. You see one of these statues actually walking. And as you all perplexed, looking at the sky and this twilight with these statues, and on the queue to enter Waterdeep, we will leave it there for tonight. Yay!
Oh, excellent. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was-
amazing session. Thank you so much, guys. That was really good. Thanks for all of you as well who watches us every week. It's a pleasure for us. We are very, very grateful. Also, thanks to James Webster for his art in the intervals, and to Darren Cartit for his epic music. And we all hope that you have a great week until we see you actually tomorrow. Please come and join us. Tune in tomorrow for the Eye of Observation. But otherwise, we'll see you soon. And until then, stay magical. Bye bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye!